I don't know if they're up.
Well, yeah, but you always have people that can walk. So I mean, somebody will. People will catch
maybe
it.
we'll see. I mean, you know,
And you don't want to. If you don't want to keep it, you just hide it or get rid of it, like I do with these lives.
I don't monetize the streams, so
Yeah.
I don't worry about any of that.
But anyway, the psychotic waltz thing. So I started looking at psychotic waltz.
Like the dance.
Like the dance.
Waltzing. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Psychotic, like your doctor tells you every week when you go see him.
I haven't seen the doctor for a while. I'm sure he'll
Well,
say
liar.
That explains all the bodies in your closet. But anyways.
What's up, Lucas?
I started looking on. Well, initially I looked on Amazon. The only thing they have is the 2020 release. That's the last one they did, and $17 or something like that. And then I started looking for vinyl, and I almost fell over. I'm like, what? These are like $400 or $500 vinyls because they're super short print. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah. Well, that's definitely not happening. So then I pulled up CDs, and I ended up getting the first two. In fact, I bought two of the first one accidentally because I threw a bunch of offers out on certain things, and one was a box set that I thought had the second album and the fifth album in it, but it actually had the first and the fifth, and I ended up buying the first before I bought the box set, and then realized, oh shit, I bought that twice. But they are different.
Josh.
Pressings. So, hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, man, I guess there were people up. Yeah, this was kind of impromptu, guys. It's just
early,
like,
man.
you know what, why not?
It's only not even 1 o'clock out there. So, yeah. So I ended up spending a cool $125 to get the whole catalog on CD. But that's not too bad, considering I was able to get people to accept some offers and counter offers. And the last one just came in a second ago, and I'm trying to argue over that last dollar. See if I get it $1 cheaper than what he counter offered to me for. So.
Agreed.
I expect no less.
And of course.
Yeah, no, I've actually been getting my Heavy Metal Island stuff together. A little bit harder than I thought. Oh, whoa.
Pretty cool artwork.
That's pretty wild, dude.
One of them. That's the one I'm waiting on an offer for. And the other one is really wild. This first one is. Pull it up here. I'm not even there yet. On that,
What's up, guys?
With regards to the Metal Island, I'll do that Thursday or Friday.
I wanted to get a
Desert Island. What 10 albums you're going to bring with you?
I mean, well, yeah. You might, like I said, you might as well just start off like, all right, show your Iron Maiden albums. I know you got them. Don't even lie to me. Same thing with Judas Priest. Show.
There might be one in there.
There's one. I know there's at least one. You're not going to Heavy Metal Desert Island without an Iron Maiden album.
Yeah, you almost have to.
Same thing with Judas Priest. Like if you're not, going to Heavy Metal Desert Island without a Judas Priest album, I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
Yeah, so that's
those
definitely
those are just givens, right? That if you're going to go to the Heavy Metal Island, those are two artists that you're going to have at least one album from.
Wrecked, the Black Dahlia Murder Ranking, that's actually going to happen like next week. Like we already have it filmed, it's shot, it's edited. It'll be up probably like Tuesday or Wednesday, man.
There you go. This one's cool too.
Oh, that is slick, dude. Isn't that the son that beats the shit out of you in Mario 3?
It could be. It definitely could be. And then I got that one. Well, actually, I have it twice now. And then I've got what's the other one?
One wasn't good enough.
The Bleeding is one. I goofed. I just goofed. So I'll probably sell theirs the second.
That's pretty cool. Now that screams Prog album right there.
Kind of Fates Warning.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like a
this one.
Similar to an album cover from
the more Dave McKean Frontline Assembly looking.
Yeah, what the fuck is
Mosquito, it's called the album.
Oh, yeah, that is.
And I have that one too. Yeah, the bleeding is the only one, and then the new one, which is the one I didn't buy yet, is.
Holy shit, 34 people. Man, all right.
Yeah, I told you there'd be a lot of people.
Yeah, it wasn't
a real popular dude, man.
I mean,
Not you, Chuck. Not
It's,
you.
excuse me, it's
Chuck,
me.
you're not popular.
I mean, it might be Chuck. Chuck's ancient wisdom just exudes.
There's the new one right there.
Chuck's ancient period.
Very, very proggy again.
Yeah.
Theater.
Well,
more atmospheric. Kind of like Space Dive Vest with lots of metal guitars on it. So it's good shit, man. It's really good. And I'm digging it a lot.
Are they still recording, or are they like?
I don't
know.
I know Ben was having a lot of trouble with his internet once again. Like he was getting bounced like every 2 minutes. Beats me what's going on out there. But
It's weather.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
weather,
shit.
weather.
What's going on, Ryan? We're gonna have to get you on a stream one of these nights. Now that's a band like I have heard people make mention of that one. I've just never actually checked them out. I mean, there's a lot. Like someone brought up, oh god, was it Disharmonic Orchestra? Is that right?
You should send a link to Josh.
Hey Josh, you want a link? You must speak up in the chat though.
Thanks, Super Strike. Thank you, Super Strike. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I do. I do have some cool interviews. There's some really.
If he says so himself.
Chuck, fuck off. I was agreeing with the guy. I do.
I mean, he's all right.
Yeah,
he's all right.
He does okay.
He does all right. I mean, he's had some pretty cool guests. Like
I got some really cool guys.
He had really cool guests last couple
one
of
of them. I mean, I had. How many people do you know that had Steven Wilson on this month? Nobody. Let's be honest.
Well, I mean,
and John.
Hold on, let me ask the chat. Did anyone else talk to Steven Wilson?
Yeah,
like recently?
Talk to Steven Wilson.
Because someone just say yes, so I'll just agree with you. I was like, yeah, see, there were other people. It's not just you, Jeff.
Let's be honest. Actually, I did.
I'm not saying what year or how recent or whatever. Anyway,
yeah, it's got to be recent, guys.
I did 14 interviews the month of February, which is crazy.
I mean, dude, and like when I can, I watch your interviews because like you do good interviews. I hate complimenting you, by the way.
And they're all
begrudgingly, yes, you do a good job.
They're all deep. Like for example, last night, Mark Zonder came on. I was told I had 45 to 50 minutes. When we started talking about some stuff, and I'm not going to get into what we talked about online because I can't. But we talked about some things, and before you knew it, it was 30 minutes in, and I'm like, Mark, we didn't go live. You know that? And he's like, oh, well, let's go live. We talked another fucking hour and 20 minutes, and and he's like, I could talk to you for another 3 hours. And he hit me up today. He said, hey, man, you actually did fucking killer, man. He's like, I love the interview with you. So, he's like, I want to come back on when A to Z comes out. And so, I'm not patting myself on the back, Chuck. It's, but.
I know, Jeff. I'm coming from a good place, dude.
But let's put it this way. I say this, without arrogance. I think I do a very good job. I know what I'm talking about. I educate myself if I don't. I make sure I know the facts that I'm talking about. Every now and again, I goof up. I goofed up with Tim saying he was in Henry Cow and he was in Henry Fool. I goofed up.
Right.
That's an honest mistake, though. And
I totally agree, and I caught that when you said it too. When you did your introduction, it's like Henry Cow. No, I don't think so. But nonetheless, yes, you have improved your interview skills, and no one can doubt. I don't think, and the knowledge that you have, Jeff, is deep and it's wide, it's broad, and
it's girthy, veiny.
It's
probably
people that have kind of like my cock, deep and wide.
It's nothing like that.
No, it's the
because the interviews would be much shorter.
Jeff.
My interviews are very long, and you know that.
No, I set in for the skeletal remains one, and I know those dudes, Chris and fucking Mike, awesome dudes,
great guys,
super dudes,
awesome.
But yeah, like you have a natural sort of like banter that makes it more like a conversation rather than an interview. Like it doesn't feel like it's just professional enough because you're asking like pointed questions, but you're also doing a lot to make people feel comfortable.
Yeah, and the thing is, what I am doing now that you guys, other than Steve Wilson, I had a script for that because I didn't want to fuck up. But
that's funny, dude. Listen, you have no idea. It's Jeff. You started an entire conversation with one statement, question, or anything.
That's it.
It's over. But what I'm not doing anymore is I used to script these things out, literally. Like 3 hours worth of conversations, I had key points. I barely do that at all now. I did for Wilson because I had to be on a fairly tight leash. But every other one now, I just roll, man. And it's like I'm able to bullshit and then kind of pull it back in and go, okay, well, let's get back to the timeline, or let's get back to the subject at hand. Talking to, actually, Mark Zonder was kind of taking it off into, tangential stuff, and I was trying to keep it on at least a schedule of some sort. So it's getting easier. And I'm projecting a little less. Not a lot less, but quite a bit less than I used to. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, first off, probably not taking notes, or at least making them like more short would probably help, because I've seen your notes. Remember you showed me your notes before. It's like, get a load of this. Like, oh my God, what is that?
Yeah.
But like I said, you keep it natural, you keep it comfortable, and they seem like they have a lot of fun talking to you.
Yeah, and I have people that say, "Hey, I'm looking forward to coming back or doing something in the future." So that's kind of what it's all about. You want people to feel comfortable, want them to feel like it's a natural conversation as opposed to, So on June 6th, it says here in my notes here, when I went through your Wikipedia thing, you were on this radio station. You played that acoustic version of that song. Will we ever see that on the light of day? That kind of stuff's not gonna happen. I just so.
I don't know. I think it being personal and that makes the artist seem more personable. Like it doesn't seem like larger than life, dude. Like when you find stuff, like from the outsider, like the people watching, when you find stuff you can relate to with the artist, that humanizes them further too. Yeah. Like I have no idea how to conduct an interview properly, but there are plenty of other channels that do. So yeah, I mean, you got a good niche there. Like it's solid. Like when I can, I definitely watch because like this is just like a good conversation. And believe me, I want to watch the Chris Reifert one if I'm allowed to talk about it.
I guess I can announce that. Chris Reifert from Autopsy is coming on in the next 2 weeks. We're just trying to set a date for it and get that sorted out. And
cool.
Jeff Coleman, who was with a band, a Prog metal band back in the 80s called Edwin Dare, killer guitar player, has been a sideman for UFO, been a sideman for a lot of Japanese artists, big Japanese artists, like playing Budokan and huge venues. Also Glenn Hughes. He went out with Glenn Hughes on the Purple tour, did all the Blackmore stuff. Amazing guitar player. Like, God, so good. He's coming on. I shouldn't... Yeah, I better not say this one. That's another one. I told you, Nick, about the two guys that I think are coming mid-March that should be coming. So that's cool. And I would encourage people to go watch these. You don't have to watch
there we go.
The whole way through.
Come on, man.
What up?
Go check these interviews out and leave some comments, and because they really are worthwhile, man. They're not just fluff promo interviews. They're about artists' lives, becoming musicians, what led them down that path, and what motivates them to keep doing what they do. Because you guys all know a lot of these metal guys, not the huge guys, but not the Metallicas and the Panteras and guys like that. A lot of these metal guys really do this for the love of doing it, man, for the music. They're not doing it to make a ton of money, because they're not making a ton of money. that's the reality of it. So
yeah, we Noonan and I had that conversation essentially with all the skeletal remains, and like, man, dude, those dudes are perpetually on the road. Like they are like road dogs, and they really haven't been around that long, but constantly touring, constantly promoting, and Chris is just he's gung ho about it, and I fucking love that. But he's a super chill dude, very personal, super smart dude too.
well, here's the deal, James. Don't watch the Steve Wilson interview, man. And when Michael Ockerfeld comes on, if, maybe, sort of, possibly, don't watch that one either then. Except, there's maybe a tie-in with Ian Anderson, who you probably don't like either, but Ian Anderson played flute on the new Opeth.
Yes, he did.
So there's a new Opeth album
Really?
that works, and we'll see. It might be a it may be a Jopeth Tull album.
What's that mean?
Oh,
Tull, Opeth Jethro Tull.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
well, I mean, Michael Ockerfeld's made no like he doesn't hide his love for old prog. Jethro Tull's been, like that's one of his bands. I don't know, like, I mean, if anything, like when they made that announcement, I'm sure there were like a handful of Opeth fans, like, man, maybe they'll get like a little bit heavier again.
Never gonna do
And then-
the death metal vocals again.
And then as soon as that Jethro Tull announcement, I'm pretty sure I saw a bunch of comments going like, "Fuck, it's gonna be another fucking prog album." God damn it! Yeah, I've given up like expecting another metal album. Like if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
I doubt it will.
I don't think it will.
I just want good music.
Well, you know what's interesting, Nick? We've talked about this because we did the Opeth stream, which now seems like it was 2 years ago. Anyway, and that was 8 hours long. Remember?
Was it 8 hours or 7?
8. Well, it was 8 because we ended up. Yeah, it was 8 hours. But that was back in the old days when I didn't have a laptop and was doing shit on a phone. But I love the old Opeth, but I will tell you that somehow on Friday afternoon or Thursday afternoon, I was learning some stuff off Damnation. I was playing Ending Credits, which I love that song. And I ended up somehow on the Making of Heritage, and I'd never seen that. Yeah, man, killer song.
I love that song. Ooh.
Speaking of Jethro Tull, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock on my channel, Eric Berg from Psychic Vacuum and I are wrapping up all of the bonus tracks and the box sets. So it's probably going to be a 4-hour episode because there's about 200 songs to go over. Not that many, about 112. But it's a lot of tracks. And the thing I was going to say is, man, Ian Anderson, 1968, 67, 68, through 1983, 82, was a goddamn songwriting machine. Like a songwriting machine. That guy's B-sides and non-album tracks are as good as anybody's album tracks. Till he got to Under Wraps, then things kind of fell apart at that point. But tomorrow night at 10, Eric and I are going to wrap up the Tull series. That'll be part 3. We're finally going to get that out of the way. But man, Ian Anderson, one of my honest heroes. I get it. Maybe you're just not into him. Maybe some people aren't, but I love Tull.
My mom almost named me Ian.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah. No, that would have been fun.
Because her fandom or fanship.
Yep. Oh, she used to like, oh no, I just like the names. Like horse shit. I've seen your record collection, Mom. Gone through it. A lot of Yes, a lot of Hawkwind, a lot of Tull.
At least it was Ian Anderson, not Ian Dury.
Yeah. Either way, I knew exactly where they came from. I was like, whatever. I mean, I gotta introduce Noonan, John, to Yes. It was like, I don't think I've ever sat down and listened to Yes. Like, you like fucking prog rock. How have you not?
Yes, if you don't, if you listen to prog.
But I played him, I played him, like I played him Fragile. It's like, all right, you're gonna know some songs in here, and like, all right, roundabout, I was like, no way you don't. I was like, yeah, I know this.
Well, Nick, what Yes albums do you have off top of your head?
Closely Edged Fragile, the Yes album, Relayer. I think that's it. Hold on. I'm still collecting all the Yes albums because I've had like a big greatest hits for a while.
You don't have Drama?
You don't have Drama?
No.
Oh, you gotta get
I don't have Going for the One either.
Going for the One.
That one too.
That's got one of my favorite songs on it.
Turn of the Century.
Awaken.
Turn of the Century's on there too. That's probably the last great Yes album until you get to Drama. Drama is a top 3 Yes album for me. Fucking amazing album, and it's 3/4 Yes. It's 3/5. Excuse me. It's
Wakeman and John Anderson are not on.
Yeah.
I also have Union.
Yeah. Nah, it's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
I know. I own it. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Lift Me Up. But like the rest of the album is like, man, you could just tell like they weren't really together
They were
on
very
this.
unionized.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of union there. That album title was a lie.
I think I saw that tour though of Union where they play. I think 90 was it?
91 was when that dropped, I think. Yeah.
So maybe before that, but there was a tour where they had a blend of the era of 90125 and the new members of Yes with the old members of Yes, and they played in the round. They had Bruford playing.
Are you talking about Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe?
No, it was Bruford and Chris White on drums, and they had Tony Kaye, the old keyboard player from the original albums, early albums, with Wakeman. Wakeman wasn't on with that tour, but they had Howe, they had John Anderson on vocals, and Squire, of course, on bass, and they had who was the guitarist in 90125?
Raven. Trevor
Who?
Raven.
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I thought he was the vocalist.
No, Trevor Raven was the guitar player.
He was a guitar player. The
Wait,
vocalist.
who was I'm thinking of the dude from the Buggles that stepped in.
Yeah, he was
That
on
was
the
Trevor Horn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got my Trevors mixed up.
Trevor Horn was on Drama, and it's
Yeah, he
very
was.
different because John Anderson is not. And then the keyboard player is not Wakeman. It is Jeff Downs, who was in Asia
Yeah, that's right.
right after that.
No, it was Downs and it was Tony Kaye, the keyboard player from like the earliest albums, like
Well, Tony Kaye wasn't on Drama. You mean later?
no, from the
Later.
like the first Yes album, Turn of the
Yeah.
Century, or not Turn of the Century. You got that in your brain now.
Oh shit. Have you been imbibing?
No
young
comment.
man?
No comment.
No comment. All right.
Gosh, are you legal? Are you 21?
Yeah, I'm 22.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry.
And I know I look like 14.
Well, no, I think when I met you 2 years ago, you were only I thought you were only like 19 or 18 or something. How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. All right. Well, you must have been 20.
This may or may not be number 12 or by lost count. I don't know.
I can't see it because it was camouflage.
Nothing like starting alcohol.
Oh, this is
early in life.
This is the undeath koozie, man.
Oh shit.
It's time to get wasted, it says.
There you
It's
go.
great.
To the grave.
It's time.
Well,
Yeah,
Super Strike, that album, Drama, has what I would call the one metal track that Yes ever really did, other than I guess you could kind of say 90125 had some metal guitars on it. But the song Machine Messiah, which is probably my favorite ever, Yes, well, okay, it's not my favorite, but it's probably my third favorite track, has some fucking seriously heavy distorted guitars on it. Wow. Because Val never did the distortion thing. And that song has killer distortion on it. Yeah, Machine Messiah, man. Machine Messiah. So killer, man. That song rules. Yeah, Nick, you gotta get, if you're out and you run into a used copy or even a cheap, there is a reissue of it that has like 12 bonus tracks on it, all the session outtakes and everything. Grab that one, dude, because it's killer.
Well, I did that for actually. I mean, outside of my copy of the Yes album, All my other ones are like the special and Union.
Yeah.
All my other ones are special edition ones that were reissued, and yeah, Relayer's got a bunch of fucking shit on it.
Relayer is my favorite album. It's Delirium.
I like that album. I
Silver.
don't like it as much as like Fragile, Close to the Edge, or the S album.
It's my favorite. I love that album. It's so
Fragile's still kind of my favorite, just because that's the one my mom played for me all the time when I was a kid. Like I've heard, like by the time I was like 5 years old, I had probably heard, roundabout like 150 times. But my mom played it for all the time, and I used to get super excited when Heart of the Sunrise came on, because that's like one of the GOAT tracks in terms of Yes for me.
Yeah, Heart of the Sunrise.
Oh yeah,
Damn
I,
sure.
that was when I played for fucking Noonan, because it was when we went over Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum.
Ah, what a crazy band that is.
Bonkers, the most nuts avant-garde thing you'll ever listen to. But we decided to play some prog in the background. It's like, yeah, this has got like a lot of classic stuff in it.
I think Sleepy Time is actually appearing out here in the Bay Area here.
You should go see them. Noonan has seen them once and said it was quite the experience.
Yeah.
They create their own instruments as well as play traditional ones. And it's really hard to describe.
I get them confused with that other ape band. Was it that rap band that does the song I'm Happy? I'm happy. Da-da-da.
Oh, Gorillas.
Yeah, Gorillas. I get those confused for whatever
No,
reason.
this
Like
is
Gorilla and the Apes in the name of the band.
This is really something other. Oh well, there you go. There's a picture of what they generally look like on stage.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
I was surprised.
bass drum, huh?
Oh, dude, anything like honestly, watch our review of because we decided to review it. It was like, you know what, fuck it, let's go with something weird. It's not necessarily metal, but it's man, it's kind of like a King Crimson fever dream.
Which album?
The new Sleepy Time. Actually, any Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum album.
Yeah, that's a band I saw live way back, like 25 years ago. But I actually don't own anything. I know about them, but I've just not bought anything.
Honestly,
like I said about that Psychotic Waltz, I've had CDRs. I have CDRs of that band, Sleepy Time, that I never got around to listening to, that a friend of mine sent. And so one of these days I'll be like, oh, check it out. But I should do that, yeah.
Honestly, I mean, check out all four of their albums. Like, I mean, they have a very distinct sound. The instrumentation's kind of otherworldly, and you can tell like they're just insanely talented. Like the female vocalist, who's also every single member of the band is a multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah.
But she plays like strings beautifully, and there's occasionally some stuff in there that sounds like Talking Heads, early Genesis, David Bowie. And then you'll get like some almost Meshuggah like polyrhythms in there too. But like it's rarely ever very traditional. Like there are some like kind of traditional rock hooks every now and then, but generally there's like horns and weird soundscapes on top of them. And
yeah, they're definitely trippy, man.
the vocals are nuts. I mean, they're all wildly catchy in their own way, but it's just like this sounds like a bunch of ranting lunatics. Like they just they backed up a truck full of musical instruments into an insane asylum, and it's like, form a band, go for it. We don't care. We unchained you from the floor for a reason. And yeah, that was it. Stratosphere is another interesting one to check out too, if you can find that.
Nick,
one.
did you I think I forget his name there. What's that? Super Strike 6. He was saying about Lark's Tongue. Did you grab any further King Crimson?
No, I just still have the one. I haven't really been out CD shopping much. I mean, that'll probably change because again, I'm going to go on vacation.
Here's the funny part, guys. He hasn't been out CD shopping for a while, but he's done like 18 collection update videos.
Well, no, I'm not CD shopping. I'm saying I've definitely
Like
ordered.
out in CD shopping.
Yeah,
in store in a.
I mean, I definitely have you jammed this yet? This another really cool
What is it?
giant media book, Farsot.
No, I never heard of it. Who is it?
Really good melodic German black metal. You'd probably dig this.
Oh yeah, I saw the review on that.
Did you get the new Isan or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
I didn't get the full on.
Did that come out yet or no?
Isan?
Oh, obviously came out. You have it. When did it come out? Did it?
It was like a couple of weeks ago, I think. Yeah.
No.
I've heard that one sounds a lot like.
16th.
I've heard that one sounds a lot like a Emperor.
It does and it doesn't. Like it's real. It's honestly one of the most ambitious things he's done. Like it's a full on symphony. Like there's definitely the black metal elements, the prog in there, but it kind of sounds like Fantasia. Like
really,
he did a full on orchestra with this whole thing, and then the bonus disc is the entirely orchestral stuff where he transposed all that music.
Oh yeah,
into an orchestra, which I can't even get my head around that because Isan's insanely talented. Even before that, I listened to after just to kind of all right, I'm gonna get listen to some Isan, prep myself, and that album is really wild too, but not even close to this new one. Like it's, I don't know, it's just absolutely brilliant.
Wait, how do you spell that?
IHSAHN.
Weird, I cannot get it to bring anything up in Amazon. There it is, right. There's a special edition of it?
Yeah, there's a 2-disc version where you get the orchestral version as well as the regular one. Oh, what's up, chat? Sorry, I've been kind of yammering here.
Wait a minute, what the fuck? What?
I'm still waiting on my copy of the new Bortnagar too, which is fantastic.
Is that on it's on 2 different versions. Is there a 2-disc set?
For Isan?
Yeah.
There should be. Or there's a media book version that has
that's what
that version on it.
Yeah, I'm not finding it on he's on Season? Is he on Season?
No, he hold on here. Candlelight.
Or is that who's he on now?
Candlelight.
Oh, he's still on Candlelight. Fuck, man. I thought he went to Season. All right, well, that's interesting. Nick, are you going to the Holder thing, or are they not coming near you?
I don't know. I'm going to be purchasing tickets tomorrow, or my ticket at least. I'm going to go out for the Dust Bowl Metal and Beer Fest.
Well, that's what I was just asking. Oh, you're coming to Philly?
Yeah.
Fuck. When? Well, when are you? Where are you
the 12th and 13th.
You staying in Philly?
Yeah.
God damn! Now you're gonna make me fucking have to go.
Yeah. I mean, I figure Rick's probably gonna think about.
I'm only coming for the DSI day though. That's the only day I'm really interested in. I don't really. I've seen Crowbar before, so
they're playing playing 2 of my fucking favorites though.
But who's the other headliner the other day?
Biohazard playing all of Urban Discipline. And, no, Biohazard's awesome. You shut your mouth.
I know. I had the album once upon a time.
Oh, dude, that's that was one of my big intros to hardcore.
Yeah, I have way too much going on in May that I gotta kind of put money for.
And then
you're coming to MDF, right?
Who? Biohazard?
You're coming to MDF.
Oh, I'm coming to MDF. We got to figure out those plans too.
You ought to look at your plans because I think 2 days before MDF, in Philly, and Baltimore. Well, no, Baltimore they're playing MDF. In Philly, fucking Spectral Voice, Esoteric, and Cathedalist are playing a tiny little place that probably only holds 200 people.
I don't know if I'll be able to make that one because we'll probably go the day before.
Rick and I have tickets for that one, yeah. So,
but Yeah, I mean MDF is gonna be nuts, but yeah, I think
Well, you'll
Dying
get
Feet.
to see Spectral already, and you get to see Esoteric
Yep.
there. So the only thing I don't think Catheolist is on the bill for MDF. I don't think. I could be
What's up,
wrong.
Ben? Sorry, you
Oh,
had
Ben.
like internet issues earlier, man. Ooh, nope,
Ben,
I didn't mean to do that. No, but I think the other big headliner, Dying Fetus, doing their old school set.
They're on the same day as Deicide, right? I think.
I don't. God, like the way it's set up in the flyer, it's kind of hard to tell.
I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are.
And I don't know. There's the other bands, of course. I want to see Tomb Mold again. Duh.
Yeah, that's the same day as Deicide, right? I think it's Deicide.
I think.
Yeah, it's Deicide, Fit for an Autopsy, Daiva or something.
Deva, that.
But
Yeah.
Tomb Mold, Lamp of Murmurs on that day too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Lamp of Murmurs on that day. If I come down, that's the day I'm coming down. I don't think I'll do both days. I just don't think I'll be able to do it financially. I got insurance due that month and some other things happening. They're probably going to preclude me from dropping. Plus, I got to have money for May. I got to have MDF money somehow. So.
Yeah, keep looking at the flyer. It's really not showing. 200 stab wounds there, enforced, infernal bleeding. Actually, I'm really stoked to see Willhaven.
They're on the same day as. I saw the schedule. It's on the here. It's on. Let me pull it up. It's on the Instagram page for Decibel. Let me pull it up real quick. They put the schedules up, so it's. What's that here?
Hey, what's up, Logan? You want to jump in, man?
Logan, I sent you the link, dude, in a text message.
Text metal? What?
Text metal? Metal text?
Had a little bit of wine. I don't drink very much.
Oh, you're going to catch up with Josh? This is going to be a competition?
Fuck no, man.
Let's see who has the least amount of consonants in their speech by the end of the night.
I have no
Yeah, man.
desire. I have no desire to do that.
New suffocation's great, man.
All right, here we go.
I'd never heard
Look,
of
you got a sugar, you know?
Yeah.
Here we go. First
lack
night.
of consonants. I like that. I love
First night is where are they at? First I saw you. Where the hell did it go?
Can I say something?
Sure.
No way. Okay.
I watched Future Ruins.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. He did a thing where he went out and spent the night in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And then was interrupted or had a dream where somebody was calling his name. And somebody was calling his name outside of his tent, and he opened up his tent, and then he woke up and realized he was dreaming the whole thing. It was kind of spooky.
Yeah, that guy has balls going out there in the middle of
And I agree, especially, just by himself. I would never do that by myself. And after that happened, I would never gone back to sleep. But the soundtrack to his video,
right,
was a band called, and I'm gonna totally fucking butcher this. Not Runner, right? Yeah. And the album was Wolf Stewed Day or something like that. Anyways, I listened to it, and I have to say that I really
liked it.
I really liked it. Yes.
Chuck's gonna turn it into a black metal. Just the next time Chuck is on, he's gonna come on in corpse paint.
Dude, all right. That actually, you know what? That's the standard. Next time you show up in one of my streams, Chuck, you better be in corpse paint.
Here we go.
I'm kind of, hiding my California tan right now. I look kind of whitish, don't I?
That'll hide the rest of it, though. You need the black under the eyes. You better have burned a church by then, too.
Yeah, you better have burned a church.
Okay. So wait, hold on a second. Let me.
He's taking notes.
Right down, church burning. Also,
what else do I need to do?
Also,
I had like black drapes back here or something.
No, in addition to that,
some pig heads on sticks.
Yes.
That,
what was that with Josh?
You must brand an upside down cross on your forehead.
No, that's death metal. Come on.
Let me see yours first, and now they'll do it.
Well, no, I have one on my ball sack. I don't want to show you that right now.
Well, that's not your head.
Here you go. Deicide, dying fetus, 2 mold, 200 stab wounds, Will Haven, Rampant River, Daivas, the 13th. So that's Sunday. Saturday is Biohazard, Crowbar, Jesus Peace, Internal Bleeding, and Forced Termination Witching. And I don't know, do they have a Prefest is Undeath, Outer F, Morbicon, and Congo Grind.
I don't know the opening band in there, but I've seen the first 3.
Who's this Shane Curtis guy, man? I like his
Wait, hold on here. Dude.
Well,
I had that same dream.
That's pretty benign. I mean, that's not scary. Well, it might be scary to some.
No, if you know Glenn Benn, that's scary. That's how you know you're going to get murdered.
Yeah, exactly. Nick, pretty good chance Jimmy's coming out for MDF. Staying with me.
Dude, it was awesome running into him last time. It was just great. Whenever we got a chance to chat, because it was like, hey man, holy shit, and right back to the next band. I know that I think he was right by me for, God, was it Coroner? God, Coroner was so fucking good.
Well, he's going to try and come out, and since I only live an hour away, we can, I don't know how well I'll function throughout. I mean, I'm going to have to probably sit a lot through some, I'll have to find places to sit, or maybe by then I may, unfortunately, because of my disability issues, I might be carrying a placard around with the wheelchair thing on me, that kind
so
of
you,
thing.
so you can get like
Get right up by the stage in the wheelchair.
like seating for disabled or handicapped
Seating
people,
for invalids. Yeah.
or retards like you.
We're just going to yell at security.
Did you hear that, man?
We're just going to yell at security saying he's faking it. He's totally faking it. He's clout chasing, trying to get close to the band.
Yeah. Bring some really good pussy by him and let it see how good he is. See how good he is on his wheels.
No, well, at least this time you won't have to worry about the Edison lot, dude. That's hell just standing there, because everything is canted, because the parking lot it kind of has it kind of sinks in at one point. So no matter where you are, you're kind of standing at an angle. And when it came down to getting under the freeway underpass or by the benches, everyone was already there, just sprawled out across them. Like, you bastards.
Looks like I bought that last Psychotic Walk CD. He took my offer, my counter offer, for $1 less. There you go. Look at me. I saved a whole $4 on my purchase today.
I mean, it's all right.
Hey, it was originally 26. I paid 21, so I saved $5. Good.
Wait, give me a second. I gotta pee, and I'm gonna grab a smoke and be right back.
Is she sick?
Dude. Well, since we have this wicked weather change, it was legit almost 70 degrees, and then it dropped down into the 30s, and then the teens at night with cold, dry air. Our sinuses, in between the reviews I recorded last night, I had a nice little nosebleed.
Oh, no kidding.
It warmed up again today, and my sinuses have just been horrible. I stayed in the shower for an extra 10 minutes. I'm not leaving. In fact, I'm turning up the heat. Yeah, it sucks. Getting used to Ohio weather sucks anyway, but this little El Nino thing we got going.
Is that normal though? I mean, to have those swings like that in the wintertime, or is
it? These feel really extreme though, really extreme, even for Ohio. I mean, around this time, generally I'm used to kind of prepping for that much later in March. But right away, we've had 70-degree days in February so far this year.
That's not normal though, right?
It's not normal.
No. And that wreaks havoc if he goes 70 in the day and then drops down in the 30s or lower.
What's going on?
Oh my!
Hello.
Another glass of.
I will be right back. I've been holding the pee for a while.
Okay. See you, Nick.
But I'll be right back.
Cheers. So I'm joining a bunch of winos tonight.
Yeah, I'm just drinking wine tonight. Merlot.
A Merlot. That's the best
I don't
one.
have any. I have one beer. I think I have like a triple sour. Oh wait. Yeah, I have a triple sour, but I don't think I want to go that heavy tonight. I'm not. I got a deep.
That's a lot of sour.
I got a big deep dive tomorrow night. I don't want to. Well, it's a victory, man. It's like oh wait, you're drinking Voodoo. What are you drinking? Voodoo.
Dude,
Yeah,
the best one.
Who is
Which
that?
one is it? Oh,
The Juice Force.
Yeah, who is that?
Those
That
were you.
brewer? Who's that brewer?
New Belgium.
That's it.
From
Have you had the
Colorado.
Have you had the fruit punch one?
It doesn't measure up.
Yeah,
It is- it's
I haven't
good.
had that one, but
The Fruit Force, right? Is the yeah.
who's the artist? That's not Stedman on that, is it? No, it's not Stedman.
No.
But what's the one? What's the label that Stedman does? Oh, it's Dog Star or something like that.
I'm actually not sure.
You know who Ralph Steadman is?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, he did the illustrations on the book Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas that Hunter Thompson wrote.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
No, he does some of for the Voodoo Rangers specifically, or just for like
not Voodoo Rangers. There's another brewer, I think, out of Colorado that uses his artwork. I think it's Dogs something.
It's Mad Dog.
That might be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yes,
it's good to see.
it's
Stedman
like
still
crazy
working.
psychedelic.
Oh yeah, just ink splots.
Yep.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure who does this one, but this is one of the best IPAs you can get probably, and the fact that it's widely distributed across the U.S. So,
is it kind of like a hazy, or is it just?
Yeah, no, it's a hazy imperial,
Okay.
but
Have
it's
you had
probably the
the,
closest you can get to like a
Logan,
orange
have
juice.
You had dog. Is it dogfish or dog head?
Dog head.
The blood orange.
Yes, that one is.
Yeah,
good.
their blood orange is fucking really good. It's very orangey, which makes it kind of really tasty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like an 8, I think. I think it's an 8%. So 2 or 3 of them, you're definitely feeling it, And that one, actually, the one you have right there is what is that like?
This one's like 9. This
Seven,
is 9.5 actually.
my God.
So
Yeah.
this is it. I was actually asleep
great.
about an hour ago. I
Were you really?
text. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
There were some people over. We were watching a Borat movie, and I fucking fell asleep.
You fell asleep during
the exciting moments of Borat 2. So
Yeah.
My wife, she have sleeve of wizard. Vagine, like sleeve of wizard.
that was me. Asleep. It was when he was his daughter was with him in that one. That was the
Yeah. It was,
yeah.
so you did your Tool extravaganza. How long was that thing in the end?
That ended up being 4 hours. Yeah.
4 hours.
It's funny. It's like, I watch some of the ones that you do, and there's like 4 or 5 people on, and it lasts about 4 hours. I'm like, man, they talk a lot, and it's just me and like one other person, and we talk for 4 hours.
Is that guy your actual?
It's unexcusable, is what it is.
Is that guy your actual brother, like blood brother or step brother or what?
Blood brother? Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's
weird,
my
you guys
younger brother.
It's weird because you guys don't look alike at all.
Really?
I don't think you do at all. I was like,
oh man,
it's not like a stepbrother or what? Because but you guys get
Milkman.
You guys get micro nerdy about it. Holy fuck! People bitching about my long ones. Not even close.
I know. Come on to the.
They're fun because
we have spreadsheets and stuff. It's
you do spreadsheet shit. Man. That's hard.
We rate every song on a 1 to 10 scale, and go to the production and everything.
Using spreadsheets and shit.
Using spreadsheets. Yeah.
Back in my day, we had.
You stack rocks to.
The song is this many rocks. Did the names on the rocks. We chiseled it out with our teeth.
Back in my day, they had these things called abacuses and sundials.
We had to get animal skins and string them across something and beat on them.
When we used to stream, we only used Abacus. That's no Excel spreadsheets then.
And you and your damn Texas Instruments fucking calculators ruin everything.
Ah, that's true. Man.
Well, they really did.
Yeah.
TI.
I think death will be the next one that we go way too deep into, which is completely unnecessary because everyone's already, done it to death. But
I see what you did there.
No, I mean, honestly, I think honestly, if you're a metal channel and you haven't talked about death, whether it's been talked about, you gotta.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those bands.
I mean,
you're talking about death. You're talking about Death the band. I'm confused now.
Death the band.
Death the band, Chuck. Now follow along. Get your Abacus.
I'm well,
one green with two orange equals death. Okay. Yeah.
What's the equation for that again?
There is 1 green equals 2 orange divided by 4 blue.
Oh, you got color coded abacus? What a fucking!
I do, man. You're right.
You're not old school, man.
He's the next level caveman over here. I don't know.
But I was thinking about it
by the coals, the embers of fires that we burned in the caves.
He's the new age caveman.
He is. That death dive way back in fucking May already. So
Dude,
that's coming up on a year.
That one is still the best one. I still go back to thinking about that one with fucking Dennis talking shit about leprosy. That still pisses me off. Him talking shit about leprosy.
Wow.
He's like, leprosy's too lighthearted. It's too happy. I'm like, what the fuck about leprosy?
Dennis only likes the demos of every band that's ever existed.
Yeah, apparently, I didn't know it was possible, but he's proved it.
No, he kind of had like a weird take on spiritual healing too, didn't he? Or someone did. Someone said it was just too slow, and I forget. I
just remember him saying that leprosy was too happy.
It's not happy.
Where's the happiness in leprosy?
Pull the plug.
Too happy. Wow.
Pull it real good.
Could you imagine the polka mix of pull the plug?
I mean, have you ever seen like
maybe that's what he was listening to?
The Disney dub of like Hammer Smash Face or something like that. Like those are hilarious.
I've never seen it.
They just clean up the vocals and make all the guitars very light, and I think they change around to like major chords.
Oh shit!
It's hilarious. But yeah, like leprosy's that's untouchable glory.
Yeah, it's
but not the best one.
I mean, it is. It's okay to be wrong, Logan. It's okay to be wrong. I mean, I love them all, but I mean, leprosy that's the formula.
But you talk to 100 Death fans, you're gonna get a lot of different answers. I still think Human is their best album, and most people probably go that direction. It's got the most virtuosity on it. But if you want to get into like what's the most prog, it's probably Sound. If you want to get into what album has like the most insane guitar solos on it, it's probably Individual. You know what I mean? Or Human too. But I mean, I get it. If you're really into the, that was the thing about Death was none of their stuff was like insanely complex to play. I mean, some of it is, but as it got later, but early on, it really wasn't that complex. No. But it was. Chuck kept moving the goalposts because the reality was, and we all know this, was Chuck was really kind of into melodic, progressive.
He was into like power metal, essentially.
Yeah, power
heavy metal, power metal.
Yeah, he fucking loved
progressive metal,
and he loved, he liked Journey for fuck's sake. So I mean. The early Journey and stuff like that. So it just is, I mean, people get too territorial over that,
Yeah, he saw the band as a continuously evolving project. That's I mean, every lineup was different, but every album was different because he was writing different music every time. Like everything was a progression towards something else. And that's what honestly makes that discography so much fun. Is every album's kind of a different flavor.
Yeah.
So when I
There's
interview
7 albums. I mean,
when I interview Reefer, should I go? So remember that time you were with Chuck and you guys wrote some of them cool tunes? Remember
Zombie
that?
Ritual.
remember that?
Cool.
Remember Zombie Ritual? That was awesome.
You should start out the interview like that.
Yeah, that's the only question I have.
I might do it just to be good.
Remember Scream Bloody Gore?
Remember Scream Bloody Gore? That was awesome.
Your autopsy stuff's cool though, but do you like Scream Bloody Gore though? Come on, right? Have you heard that album?
You ever hear this album, Scream Bloody Gore? Yeah, that would be funny. I'll try to come up with something cute to maybe work that in to be funny. Because I did tell him, I'm like, dude, you've answered all those questions like 8 million times, so I'll try not to dwell too much on the history stuff.
From what I gather, like he's kind of like he likes nerdy stuff too. Like I know he knows some words in Klingon.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what.
That's how you should open it. Just
have
say
you
something
guys,
in Klingon.
No joke. Have you heard Chris's project called Painted Doll?
No.
Ah, dude, it is killer. It's
Painted Doll.
It's called Painted Doll. It's on his Bandcamp. It's pure 60s psychedelic rock. It is so fucking cool, man. It's with one other dude. I forget the guy's name. He's in another like 10 bands. It is fucking awesome. Not metal at all. Total psychedelic, like electric prunes, chocolate watch band, incense, peppermints type stuff. It's total fucking pop with a little bit of a harder rock edge to it, but it's called Painted Doll. It is.
You were just saying grocery lists there. Chocolate prunes.
They make those.
Peppermint watch band.
Strawberry alarm clock.
Strawberry alarm clock, chocolate watch band, and the electric prunes. They were all like 60s.
I had too much to think last night.
So wait, is he playing drums and on that too, or is he playing anything else?
No, he plays. I believe he plays some guitar. You'd have to look. Pull it up on Bandcamp.
Was he playing music back in the 60s? Was he part of the scene, or was it just something? He's like a
what a poser. He's a poser, honestly.
It's an homage.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's my age. He's a little younger than me.
He's your age? Yeah.
I think he's 55.
Poser.
I'm telling you, it's great stuff. I got to pick those up before he comes on.
Yep, there he is.
Damn, that's cool.
What's it say?
I did not realize that. That's pretty.
Yeah, what's it say? Play.
Hold on here.
I swear it said guitar too.
The other guy is Dave Hill, comedian / guitar.
Oh, we know Dave Hill. Yeah,
he has a band called Witch Taint. That's amazing.
That was that like Metal Sucks comedian guy, Dave Hill, or he did like the Bill
Metal Grasshopper.
Yeah, Metal Grasshopper.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Oh, they're on TP Records too. I mean,
who's that?
We know TP.
Oh yeah, I definitely know TP. It doesn't say what he's playing on the Bandcamp. I mean, I assume it's probably drums, but probably some other stuff too, since there's only 2 of them. I'll have to check that out. I'm curious. Like I like a lot of his projects. Violation Wound, like this like a punk thrash sort of hybrid he does. Kind of crossover, like really short, just kind of angry bursts of like punk and hardcore. I mean, of course, Abscess. Static Abyss. Static Abyss.
Yeah, Static Abyss.
I love that.
Man.
Super cool. Super cool. Super cool. Static Abyss. Those moaning guitar melodies that hang and just do that weird shit really makes that sound unique.
Yep.
Otherwise, it would just be Autopsy. But
yep.
That's something really cool that makes it sound a little bit unusual. And Chris might be extra demented on some of those songs.
Cathedral of Vomit.
Oh man,
what a song!
Chuck's That's Chuck's favorite song.
I believe it.
If it has, hey, listen, if it's got vomit in the title, fuck yeah, man. Because people used to ask me, "Hey, Chuck, what's up, Chuck?" And I would say, "Vomit."
Ah.
And they would stop and go, "Okay."
Chuck's also partial. Chuck won't admit it, like live on air here, but he's told me in private. He's partial to song titles that have dried semen in the title. That's what he's told me.
Oh,
Dried? Just
That's
specifically dried?
very
Only
specific
dry.
because
Only dry.
it's not
Nothing
wet or
fresh.
sticky. It's just dry.
Not the wet and sticky kind, only dry. It's very
Right.
particular.
Right.
He's very particular.
And how many song titles can we think of that have dried semen in it?
I bet you there's at least
There's
two.
probably
I
a
don't want,
classic
I'm
out
not
there.
putting that in my Google search.
I'll put it in my
Well,
Spotify.
nice
search real
try,
quick. Let's
Chuck.
see.
There's actually one song that I know of that it was an album that was available like in the back pages of Penthouse magazine and Playboy, and it was country
Who
porn.
sponsored it?
It was a band that went by the moniker Country Porn, and it was like in 70s, late 70s, early 80s. And one of my friends bought the album, and one of the songs on the album was "There's cum stains on the pillow where your head used to lie."
That was a ballad, right?
That's kind of touching.
It was a ballad. It absolutely was a ballad.
That's a
And then
beautiful
another one
sentiment.
was, we're gonna fucking suck and hump and lick all night, which was kind of a rockabilly song.
Wait a minute.
That's
Did this guy happen to stop by my house or something? I'm just kidding.
oh. Did you check?
What
your
were you doing like in like 79 there, Jeff?
1979, I was 13.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I was.
So you're probably
37.
Don't answer
I'm pretty sure I was jerking off by then. I'm pretty sure I was.
You might have been right at the cusp of that. Yes.
Yep.
You can relate to cum stains on a pillow,
Fuck yeah.
but not where a
Or
girl
a towel
comes in
or a
and-
sock or a t-shirt I didn't like very much.
My mom used to say, "Why are all the paper towels already gone?"
I don't know. Someone broke in the house, Mom.
I don't know, Mom.
A David Allen Cole song. Maybe it is Shane Curtis. Maybe it was, but David Allen Cole was a good country country artist.
David Allen Coe. Yeah, is he still alive or did he
I got
die?
some David Allen.
I don't know, man. He had some good songs.
I got the one they did with part of Pantera. It was okay. Rebel meets Rebel.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
It was all right. That was pretty much like when I started getting the feeling. Is like I think Pantera are done. But yeah, that was about it.
But just to set the record straight, it's not true what Jeff claims about me. So
I was waiting for you to say,
just from that claim.
just letting you know, it was my friend that ordered that album. It wasn't me. I wouldn't have done that.
It was my friend. In this case, it was definitely my friend.
Oh man. Actually, yeah, there we go. Yeah. That first Iommi album. I mean, I like the second one too. That first Iommi album is awesome. He made good use of all those guests. Jesus. So what you been getting into, Josh?
Oh, not much, man. Just got some shows coming up, so pretty excited about that.
There you go.
Is that a 5-string bass I see in the background there, Josh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Look,
uh-oh.
it's a
Oh, nice.
4-string bass.
Yeah, I got a
I'm gonna have a
4-string.
bass solo. You win with the 5-string.
I mean, it's that extra string though, right?
Exactly. I'm impressed.
It
You play bass,
intimidated me.
Josh?
Oh yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I do bass and vocals.
Yeah, I saw the footage you
Cool
put up
deal.
a while ago, man. It sounded good, dude. You're getting more of that black and death metal vibe this time.
Yeah, on the new album, yeah.
Good
What's
deal.
the band?
Oh, my band is called Morticide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick. All right, let me look him up real quick.
Josh.
I do play guitar too, and I started kind of on drums, but I don't really play drums too much anymore.
This is your second album now, right? Second?
Yeah.
I had the first one. He didn't even sign it. Son of a bitch.
You should lodge a complaint. That's
Yeah, I should.
yeah.
Oh fuck! He signed mine.
I'm pretty sure he spit on it.
Well, that's kind of his signature.
Well.
Oh god.
He knows you too well, Nick. He knows you'd sell it on eBay.
I mean, totally. I mean, no, I have it. I still have it. I totally have it. No, I still have it.
Oh man.
So no, I don't sell anything on.
Rip Ken. Who's
Hold
Ken?
on to everything.
Wait, who?
Yeah, who's Ken?
Rip Ken.
Ken's
Like-
death metal crip. I mean, is he? I mean, he's disappearing at some point.
He said this year, but it wouldn't be till like later
Oh,
this
man.
year.
He's already
Yeah.
said that like 3 different times.
Yeah. It's
He's
all
always
talk.
quitting and
It's all
coming back.
talk.
No offense, Ken, but I don't believe you at all.
I mean, he's
He
still cranking
wants
out
to check the
videos.
next video, yeah.
He did this before. He dipped out, was like, yeah, no offense. I don't really know Ken that well anymore. We used to kind of hang out on some of those early pandemic things, but he said this at least 4 other times. He said, I'm going to shut down channel or hand it off to somebody else. And, the thing I don't get is, all right, so you're leaving. Okay, cool. You're just not into it anymore. That's fine. I get that. I have days like that. But why shut the channel down totally? Why not? Why remove all that stuff? Why not just leave it up there?
Well, I mean, he didn't plan on like just leaving it up. Like I figured he was just gonna do like a send off and say like this is the last video, but all this is still here.
No, that's not. He's
I heard
saying
he was
he's
gonna
shutting
take it
down
down.
and closing
Yeah.
it down. But
Dude, there's
why?
like, yeah, he like that's still like continuous promotion for all the bands that he put up there. I would, yeah, I'd keep that up. Like even if I chose to stop doing thralls, I'd like, no, I'm gonna leave the videos up. Like you can come back and watch them. I'm done.
I mean, it's not costing him anything.
Yeah.
It's not like he's hosting a domain or something. It's like leave it up for people to go reference to. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't go there at all. I haven't in years. I haven't honestly spoken to Ken in many years. I didn't. It just wasn't my thing. But I don't have anything animosity towards Ken or anything. But it's like I kind of look at it like it's like a Kiss last farewell tour with Ken.
Are we gonna get a hologram?
Now, you can now call it the Slayer last farewell tour.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Yeah, when that popped up on my feed, it was like, this is horse shit. Someone's fucking with me. Actually, no, I found out about it in the premiere.
Only
Like someone-
King, apparently.
It was one of our longtime subs. Like, dude, Slayer's back. It's like, okay,
Nice.
no, like for real. Like,
That's funny.
what?
Where are they
Very
playing
very
now?
missed opportunity to call it KK's Slayer.
Where are they playing?
They're playing 2 festivals.
North Carolina is one up, I think.
Is it?
I think.
I thought they just announced another one.
Damn,
So
I
now-
moved
now
at
there's
the
3.
wrong time. Fuck. Well, I probably wouldn't want to. Well, I'd still go see it, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd see him in a festival.
Oh, well,
setting.
in a
But
festival, yeah.
I would go. The last time, the one and only time I saw Slayer, which I'm sad to say this, but I just never got around to seeing them until Repentless, and it was great, man. It was a great show. It was killer visuals. They played
Mhm.
great. But do I really need to see that again? I don't know that I do. I definitely not in a.
I only
not
saw him in
big time.
2018.
Okay.
I saw him twice. I saw him once when they were touring on. Oh God, I think. I know it might have been right before God Hates Us All dropped. But the last time I saw him was for Christ Illusion at Ozfest, and that was everyone. Lombardo, Hanneman, yeah, like the entire fucking lineup. And at that point, I was like, I don't think it's ever going to get better in terms. And they killed it. They crushed that set,
You were right, probably.
dude. And yeah,
That was probably the peak.
It was right
player
before.
from then till now.
I mean, but
Chrysler
they were honestly great with Gary and Paul.
No, yeah, no, they were great.
They're pros, man. I mean, they do the job.
Absolutely.
And I get what you're saying, Nick, but they do the job, and it's like, how much would I like to have seen them with Jeff? Sure, and with Dave, sure. That's never happened with Dave because Carrie and Dave fucking do not like each other.
Oh no, Dave. Well, Dave's been, he's like, I got other things to do than fuck with Carrie right now.
Right.
But Carrie was very vocal. Carrie's
a shit talker.
Yeah, Carrie's interviews before this, because that was the thing that was like, all right, they're really getting, because Carrie's been talking shit like, oh, I've been playing all the fucking Tom's bass lines in the studio.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, and then like literally, a few days after that little interview, I was like, what? Like, and then now it's Tom's wife saying, it's like, oh, I've been trying to like press, Tom to get back out there, and like, well, I don't know, like, because I mean, honestly, maybe it had to do with the rollout for Carrie's first single, which was kind of,
yeah, that is just,
it's stock.
It's modern day Slayer. It's the same shit.
It's stock.
Honestly, the only thing that I really liked, well, Phil Demo's solo I thought was pretty cool. I mean, Phil's solid guitarist, but it was Mark's vocals. I mean,
yeah, Mark is the only big difference, and
he was the only one that wasn't like announcing drama outside of Paul too. Like he was like, "Don't worry, I'm still with Death Angel. We're still working on albums. Like nothing's bad happened there," because Phil Demo was announcing his last shows with Violence, and. Yeah. I think some relationships soured in there too.
Yeah, definitely, without question.
I mean,
so yeah, everyone's going into Carrie's band with beef.
It'll be interesting to see they're in the opening slot for that Mastodon Lamb of God tour.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, them and Unearth, or at least on my date.
They're opening for Mastodon.
The 20 years of Leviathan, Ashes in the Wake. Yeah.
Oh no,
Lamb of God.
Lamb of God, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to that tour. Like I would
if it was near me at all.
I mean, I still love the shit out of Ashes of the Wake though. That's still a killer album. And Leviathan's God tier. Like that's my number 2, Mastodon album still.
I'm not a Lamb of God dude. I've never gotten into them. I've seen them once. They put on a great performance. It's just none of their music speaks to me at all. So it would be a waste. I didn't know the Kerry King's band is opening for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's kind of
They got the opening slot. I was surprised.
Unearth is, at least they're on the Cleveland date, and then I think Malevolence is alternating with Unearth for that opening spot too.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, but I mean, like, dude, seeing Leviathan played in its entirety,
that'd be crazy. Like Hearts Alive.
Oh, Aqua Dementia.
Yeah.
God, dude. I mean, well, they still play Megalodon in the set.
I've seen them play Megalodon twice now.
That's like one of my favorite tracks on there. Dude, CB.
I am Ahab. Island.
Dude. Yeah, like that whole album is just absolutely amazing. So yeah, seeing all that live, like that's my biggest draw. Like yeah, like I love Ashes of the Wake, but yeah, dude, Leviathan.
You know what? I would actually love that for a Lamb of God set. Like to know you're only gonna get Ashes of the Wake. You're not gonna get like anything, or not too much after it.
My theory is like since both those albums are like the 40-minute range.
Yeah,
you're gonna get more. Like I don't think they're gonna chat you up in between songs. Like, well, that was a really good song that came out in 2004. Let me tell you all about how we wrote it. Nope. Next song. Okay.
What's gonna be the more? They're not gonna throw. Maybe they'll throw in one additional song.
Which band is headlining that?
I think
they're probably going back and forth.
They're flipping back and forth.
I saw Mastodon with Gojira, and that's what they were doing, where they were going back and forth, alternating. And
when they did the Opeth thing, they flipped.
Yeah.
They headline.
That might be a Mastodon thing where they enjoy.
Yeah,
which that's a cool. Honestly, that's a very cool thing to do.
Yeah,
They show reverence too.
They do.
Yeah.
They're tour partners. Yeah.
Um,
Because it was
no.
like,
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if you knew, like, Atheist is over in Europe right now, and
with
they're
Cryptopsy, right?
yeah, they're with Cryptopsy, and I thought it was
Oh, yeah.
a flip-flopping co-headline. It's not. Cryptopsy's headlining, and
Oh, that's.
I
I
know I'm
actually
gonna
thought
upset
Atheist was
people here, but
headlining.
Cryptopsy sucks, man. They,
Oh,
They
what are you
suck.
talking about, Jeff?
they
Are you
suck
kidding me?
balls. That vocalist is fucking god awful, man. Oh,
What?
fuck.
I will say,
He's
well,
not the whole band, though. He's
Yeah,
not the
no,
whole
like,
fucking
dude.
band.
Well, the
Flo?
hold
I've
on.
never
Hang
really
on.
listened to the new. Actually, he likes craft beer, so I've listened to that. But like,
the live videos I've seen over the last couple of nights have stuck out from the first couple of yeah, it's that vocal I fucking hate. So right
he
there,
sounds
I mean,
good on the self-titled album, but other than that, I'm not a
out
huge
right
fan
away
of
with
Matt.
that.
I think he
at all.
sounds good in the new one.
The
Self-titled
other
one,
thing
he
is,
does
I
sound.
know Flo's a
I
great
don't like the
drummer.
new album, honestly.
I know Flo's a great drummer, but man, their live sound is so fucking digitally processed, man. The bass drum is that clickety clickety clackety clickety clackety clickety.
I mean, he's definitely using triggers.
hate that shit. Oh, I hate it. I mean, that was the one negative of Suffo when I saw them open for Death Off. I loved everything else. I was right there on top of. I was literally right on top of.
Yeah,
Terrence.
goated.
that's
Go.
all you need. I mean, like if they play a song off of this,
They're playing that entire album at MDF.
yeah. I mean, does the new vocalist ruin it? Like I've not really paid attention.
All right,
It's
vocally,
what's his
I haven't
name?
seen
It's-
him live, so I can't say. But
I'm not
Okay.
even all right.
Me neither.
Matt's. I mean, he's all right for what he does. He's a super nice dude. I've met him once.
Yeah.
Like just
Oh, yeah,
nice.
yeah.
He actually
I
makes
watched his
craft beer.
podcast. He's a really cool dude.
I like the podcast too.
Yeah.
But like vocally, he's kind of whatever. But here's the thing: I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of Lord Worm either, and I know that's like blasphemy to a lot of fucking brutal death metal fans.
Wow.
You know, he's all right, but
that's
I mean,
blasphemy
vocals,
made flesh, Nick.
Yeah.
he got me. But the vocals have never been like my big thing with that band. It's the technical play and how
That
like absolutely
like,
savage
the riffs and the tech. You know,
crazy.
dude, like
Yeah.
Like slit your guts,
Graves of the
earworms for days.
Fathers. Yeah, slit your guts.
Yeah.
Phobophile.
Yep.
Crown of Horns.
Crown of
Yeah.
Horns, dude. Dead and dripping. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like if instrumentally it sounds good, I would.
Maybe I gotta check them out on album. But the little I know about them, admittedly,
This album.
just
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, that one and Blasphemy. That's all you need.
Uh-huh.
The first two.
Those are the only ones I've heard.
I like the demo too on Gentle Exhumation.
I mean, honestly, what was the one? Not Annual Bag. Whisper Supremacy.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good one. I think
the one's underrated. That's the one with the different vocalists. He's more of like he's got more of a
yeah,
hardcore
Mike
delivery.
DeSalvo, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he the one? Who
And then
passed
you'll beg
away
though. That
recently?
was bad.
And then You'll Bed suck. That one sucks.
You'll beg for it to be over.
I did.
You know, a band I forgot about that was pretty cool. I know Nick, you'll know him, and I know Logan, you'll know him. I don't know about you, Josh, and Chuck, forget it. Even though they're right in your backyard.
What?
Huh?
Huh? I'm looking up now.
It's this,
The band Night, Nite, Night.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Man, that album is great.
Yeah.
Crony and
You'll-
Moon, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you'll be hearing about that one probably on your heavy metal stream.
Well,
It actually bumped out
Really?
classic, like an old school one that was on my list, which I'm gonna bring out at least a stack of honorable mentions I have. But
That's a good call.
dude, I love that album. Every
That
riff
is a
on that
really good
album.
call.
the
It's
guitar is great. The melodies are great. The vocals are weird and cool weird.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's so cool. And all the songs are hummable and melodic.
Dude.
And-
Yeah, right away that Acheron harmony, that dun, 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 like instantly hooky. I love that album. Edge of Night, that gallop.
I had their bass player on it, Avanash from the Hands of Goro guys. You know, when I had Tom on
Oh.
there,
Wait,
Avinash is the bass player for Night.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So, and they're actually playing Hell's Heroes in a couple weeks down in Houston. So they're doing a Logan. They may be coming around your way, dude. You have to look.
I haven't seen them. I'll have to
They're
check.
going to Houston, and I know they're
I
doing.
mean, that's on like this side of the woods.
It's only about a 2.
Only 6 hours.
Oh, is it 6? Wait,
Texas is big. I don't know. It's
no,
probably.
it is. But
It's
you
probably
there's a lot of
5.
Are you serious? No, it's not that far.
Oh, it probably. Let me see. I'm gonna plug in Houston from my current location.
Where are you at? You're in New Orleans?
I'm in New Orleans, so if I plug
No.
in Houston,
I think it's like 3
New
hours.
Orleans.
I think it's 3 hours.
You're betting
No,
3 hours?
hold on.
It's probably at least 5.
I'm gonna guess 3.5.
Let's see. 5 hours, 3 minutes.
Holy
Damn.
fuck. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's driving like 90 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no speed limits in Texas.
It's driving 70 for 2 hours, and then when you hit Texas, it's 100
Right. There you go.
for the rest of
I mean,
It's like, whatever you want to do.
I mean that's how fast. That's Michigan. Michigan is a lawless land.
police yourself.
let's
I mean, I always make sure I beat the estimated time of arrival that they initially put on there when I go anywhere. Like, we're gonna shave some time off of that.
It's like a challenge, right?
Yep, I'm
Travel time is 3
Challenge
hours and 10
accepted.
minutes. Like, okay, I'm gonna get there and
speed. The speedometer is just like a high score meter there. You know,
it's like a suggestion.
Jeff, you issued me a challenge. I will accept. Let's see.
wow, look at this, man. They're actually playing. Night is actually playing in New Jersey. In April.
Oh shit!
They're playing something called the Dark Force Fest.
Dark Force Fest.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I'm looking here: Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pittsburgh. They're coming to Pittsburgh.
No New Orleans though.
Wait, we're
Oh, they're coming to Mechanicsburg on Monday, May 6th. It's only like 40 minutes from me.
You
But
can
you
make
know
it.
where I'm going.
where are they playing in Ohio?
They're playing Columbus,
That's
No,
doable.
Madison, Wisconsin, Chicago, Oklahoma, Memphis, Nashville, Greenville, South Carolina, Chapel Hill, Mechanicsburg. No shit, they're playing Mechanicsburg. Wow, I gotta go to that thing.
Man, that's gonna be a good show, dude. You know what tour? You should check if this is near you, Jeff. But Mortuous has launched that killer tour that I'm hopefully seeing in May.
Who is on that?
I forgot the other band that they're with, but I really enjoy the new Mortuous album.
That's the one with
forget the
Rydell's.
name.
Is Rydell's girlfriend in that or his wife? Paul Rydell?
I'm not sure.
From
Blood Incantation and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell you, I think his girlfriend Erica's in that.
the
Yeah.
Cemetery Filth.
Yeah, Cemetery Filth. That's it. Yeah.
Let's see. Are we playing?
I think they're coming to Philly. I'm pretty sure they're coming to Philly. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
more
they
for
do
first
album
thought, I like their first album more than I like the last one. I thought the last one was
Oh.
good. That first one though, oh,
I thought the last one was better. I liked it sounded more intense and immediate to me, where the last one was a little bit more, I guess, doomier.
yeah. I can definitely hear that. That's kind of the thing I liked. It was just kind of riffy, heavy, and sludgy and groovy. The second one I thought got a little bit too like on the aggressive side in terms of like transitioning. Like it's like sometimes like it's a sick and it's gone. That's a sick riff and it's already gone and we're on to the next one.
I think that's kind of why I liked it. It felt like they were just barreling from one room into the other, and they just.
We had a chance to see them on that Left to Die tour, but there was a power outage in the entire. Yeah,
I remember that.
Wait, Logan, are you saying you enjoy transitioning? Is that what you're saying, Logan? You enjoy the transition?
Yeah, quick active transitioning is fine. You know, pull the Band-Aid off.
Grip it and rip it, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know that. I mean, we did get to hang out with Matt Harvey and just BS with everyone.
That's cool.
But yeah, they kind of lit the place up with like, you know, some battery operated lights. And listen, if you guys want to go in and buy some merch, unfortunately, we can't play because the windstorm took out the entire block.
Yeah, that was that Left to Die,
that's a
right?
bummer.
Yeah, Left to Die is doing another tour, apparently.
And then there's the Scream of Perseverance tour that's going on too.
Yep.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, that's all.
They're doing Scream Bloody Gore too.
Yeah,
It's weird, man. They're not.
it's like with the Sound of Perseverance. It's like interesting.
they're not coming
Both
with
sides
film,
of the catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Left to Die is doing a co-headlining tour. Oh, that's all right. That's for Europe. There's a U.S. one. I know they announced it.
Rick
I
Ross in
think
that?
so.
Still Rick Ross is in it?
Rick Ross, Terry Butler, Matt Harvey, and Gus Rios.
Okay.
So yeah, he's got a solid lineup, and I think Gruesome's even working on something new too. I could have sworn it was announced. There's the one we missed.
Oh, shit, I didn't hear anything about it. Yeah.
Or maybe it was this European tour because they got a co-headlining one with Incantation. But I could have sworn there was a U.S. tour too.
Well, you know what? I think you're right because I saw Incantation is scheduled for Baltimore at Metro in like April or May, late April or May.
Yeah, they're gonna play Cleveland. Oh God, I think I gotta find that one. They're playing No Class in Lakewood, just outside of Cleveland.
I mean, now is kind of a fun time to be like just a metal fan going to shows because all the bands that are touring around these American festivals are, you know, announcing their off dates and stuff. So Incantation announced a couple. I saw, I think it's Massacre out of Colombia.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah.
I thought the fucking support was really interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Who was it?
Who was this? I saw it through the support. I don't even remember who it was.
I'll have to look it up.
And then Ascended Dead have a date that's through New Orleans. I'm hopefully going to see them.
Yeah, they're the one. They're on tour with Incantation for that short tour.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Incantation, Ringworm, and Ascended Dead.
Oh, that was okay.
That's a cool combination right there. I think.
Yeah, I mean, well, Ringworm playing in Cleveland.
Oh shit!
Wow.
The last time I saw him was in Cleveland.
I don't really know.
That's going to be rough.
I mean, No Class is a small fucking venue too. Like, whew, that one might hurt.
And is Ringworm from Cleveland specifically, or where? Yeah. So,
Chuck, have you gone to any shows lately?
Well, I want to talk about. I'm going to see how.
Didn't you go to Gary Newman or no?
I wasn't feeling well, so I backed out of that. And it turns out my buddy who bought the tickets never got the tickets.
Oh.
And he had to dispute it with his credit card to get his money back.
Oh, wow.
He paid for it, and Ticketmaster never gave him the tickets. So it's like, I think we saved us a lot of hassle at the door at the venue.
Yeah, for sure.
But my buddy Steph was there, and another neighbor of mine, and they thoroughly enjoyed it. They thoroughly enjoyed Ministry and Newman, and didn't know that.
Was Frontline there?
Assembly was
Frontline was there, yeah.
Was there as well. So I missed out on that.
That's fun.
So upcoming, I'm going to see Alan Parsons Project in 21st.
Where this month?
Yeah.
Oh wow, where's he playing?
Yeah, playing at the Fox Theater in Oakland.
Well, that'll be a good show. That should be a good show.
I think it's going to be a good show. And then I'm seeing a band called New Master Sounds. They're an English band. They're kind of a ska funk band. They're really, they're really, really good at what they do. But I got a very interesting date coming up with a band called Caspian. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
I know. Yeah. I've seen them. I saw them with Catatonia.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
UK band, right? UK, right?
No, I think they're
so it's like they're the first time touring out here since, I don't know, 5 or 6, 7, 100 years ago. I don't know, but I'm psyched about that show. That's coming up in July.
It's like heavy shoegazy post rock.
Yeah, shoegaze post rock. Sure,
they were amazing when I saw them with Catatonia.
So you saw them, okay? Yeah.
No, they put on a great show. I mean, bring your earplugs, man, because it is.
Oh no shit. Okay, good.
Wall of guitar, like it's gonna roll over you like a fucking.
My Bloody Valentine, right? Sort of, kind of.
Less morose. Like they play a lot of like bright like melodies, but they're heavy.
Yeah. And kind of repetitive, kind of drives it.
Oh, heavy on the drone.
Post rock.
Yeah.
Mogwai.
God, I'm trying to think of a band to compare them to. Like
little
Godspeed. Mogwai there, Jeff, but
Godspeed, Mogwai. This Will Destroy You.
Yeah, Godspeed was another one that was compared to
Explosions in the Sky. That was one that did that.
Yeah, similar to those.
That's cool.
So yeah, that I got tickets for that, and it's at the UC Berkeley Theater, which is kind of they got a good vibe there. They're a theater that's run by the students, not of UC Berkeley, but they're students of the UC Berkeley Community Theater. So the program is, if you're between the ages of 18 and 25, you can enroll and they'll teach you the ropes of how to run a concert venue.
Oh, wow.
Be it from ticketing to lighting to, setting the stage, the rigging, or, seating and stuff like that. So,
what about drinking heavily before you do any of that? Did they teach you that part?
Lots of psychedelics.
Well, that
gonna be
comes with
self-taught.
later. That comes with me.
Also,
I've been pushing my kid, son, you got to go into this program, and
well, don't approach any of this work sober. What, you only had one beer? You need about 7 or 8 more before.
He's a graduate of Oaksterdam, which is a university that was set up in 2015 when medicinal cannabis was allowed, and this university is set up to teach people how to grow it, how to process it, and how to distribute it. And so he's a graduate of that, so he knows how to grow pot really good, and he knows how to smoke a lot the He can smoke anybody.
That's 2 degrees right there.
So yeah, exactly. So he just the logical step is go into the concert business, be a sound guy.
You also got to know how to walk over the bands for 40% of their merch sales. You got to know how to do that too.
Exactly. So
I saw somebody posted about the Frontline on the Frontline page. They posted pictures of their merch stuff and said, this is what's out there, what we've got along on this tour. And the t-shirts are $40, and people are like, when the fuck did t-shirts start to cost $40? I said, when Live Nation, I put a comment, when Live Nation started taking 40% of every band's merch sales. That's why.
Yeah.
They gotta pass that loss on to you, the consumer.
Yep. Well, fuck them for doing that.
And I mean, even the places like Night Shift or Indie Merch or all the metal shirt places Pyre Press, whatever. They, before the pandemic, shirts were. Here's a good example. Holy Mountain, their shirts used to be like $18. Now their shirts are $25, and their fucking shipping is insane.
Yeah,
fucking insane. I used to love getting their stuff. I won't go there anymore because their shipping's out so far out of line. I'm like, fuck that, man. But now all your all
You know,
your
that whole excuse about the supply chain
it's
was
bullshit.
just a reason for them to up their shipping prices.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
and that supply chain bullshit, I come from logistics. I did for
That
40 years.
rectified 6 months ago.
It doesn't justify shipping within the US. There's no supply chain issues within the country. It's from the supply chain coming from China and from Vietnam and other places. That's where the backlog was.
No, they just used COVID. They used COVID to readjust the pricing structure, and here we are
to
now.
justify it. To justify.
We were talking about when we first came on, man.
Yeah.
Fucking vinyl before COVID, vinyl was $18 for black vinyl and $21 for a colored variant. Now they're $34, $35 for a colored variant and $29 for a black. And not only are you're not paying $4.50 for media shipping anymore, you're paying $8. I bought the new Necrot and fucking Decibel charged me $8 to ship that. When I got to that point, I was like, God damn it, man, I should just get out of here. And that they're I almost said the R word. They're, you know what I mean?
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
I said the R word I shouldn't have. I was out of line. Okay, I got it.
What's gonna happen is
I didn't hear it. You're good.
They're gonna price themselves. The market's gonna price themselves out of business again.
I think it already is, honestly.
I think it's getting.
I haven't kept up on like vinyl sales and stuff, but I mean, me personally, I haven't bought shirts online in a while. I mean, of course, I'll still buy CDs, but mostly, it's either in record shops or if it's something I have to have, I'll just order online. But in terms of like buying like shirts and stuff, I generally buy them from the bands that I go see because I know that at least some of that money is going directly in their pocket.
Yeah,
if they didn't get price gouged.
I've pretty much stopped buying shirts or hoodies or whatever because I have so many of them, and it's like I don't need any more wearing apparel, so I buy. They're starting to do the koozies, I went and saw Peter Frampton, so I got this.
That's a nice koozie.
And it's a really cool koozie.
Hey man,
that's a cool koozie.
Love your koozie, bro.
I got an undeaf koozie right here.
That's a nice koozie too,
so,
Josh. I like that koozie.
Yeah.
So I'll buy a pin, or I'll buy a poster. But I'm running out of wall space, so I'm not really doing posters anymore. I'm buying it for kids for Christmas. I'm
going to the Holder, the Decibel thing Friday night to meet Rick. And I don't really know Holder, so I gotta check them out beforehand. I know everybody's talked about them, loves them, and
they're good.
I do like Catheolist.
What's the main draw?
I really do like Worm.
Are you mainly going for Worm?
Am I? For me?
Yeah.
Well, I got free tickets from season, so. But would I go if
you could buy a T-shirt?
If I was going to go to that show, the draw for me would be Worm.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get to see them. I missed them. I got there like 10 minutes after they went off.
The last festival, right?
Last year, yeah. So we just couldn't get down there in time. So I'm stoked to check that out. Maybe have a chat with Lord Slaughter or whatever's Phantom Slaughter.
Lord Phantom Slaughter.
No. And I've seen Devil Master before, and they're okay. Not horrible.
They're going to be the
they've
full
not
terror
clicked
assault
for me, truthfully.
Are they?
Yeah, Full Terror Assault already announced some of the bands, like just a few for this year. And I mean, think about going back out. It was a wild ride out there. But
I'm not sure, but am I wrong about this? But the main Phil Tugas plays in Worm. He also plays in Catheolist. That's his band. Doesn't he also play in Holder? I think he plays in Holder.
I think
he did.
Maybe. I know that the Holder's husband who plays in there is Buzzo's nephew.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
I thought that was just kind of a fine little bit of information. Like, oh, he's a Melvin's guy by proxy.
The Melvin connection.
Wow.
Yeah, so far, Full Terror Assault. What they have confirmed so far is Suffocation, Cancer, Misery Index, Mantar, Weekend Nachos, Devil Master, Nomos, a Van Halen tribute band called Jump,
Oh boy.
Levidity, Morbid Saint, Duskwalker, can't make out that logo, Axe Slasher, and Bonginator, which Bonginator was there last year.
Bonginator.
The frontman of that band and guitarist played that entire set on acid. He let the crowd know, and
Wow.
I'm sure
it was like, nah. And then I looked at him. He was just all like sweaty, like, maintain. All right, okay.
Bonginator might be from around my area.
So what-
I've seen a
Massachusetts,
lot of local
right?
shows.
I think.
Well, I live
Questions
in.
about the guy on acid, you know.
I'm in.
Where are you at?
I don't
upstate New
sweat
York,
when I'm
but
on acid.
I've seen-
It was hot out, and he was shirtless.
Oh, okay. Well,
His eyes
They're
were
they're
just.
from Boston.
Are you in Boston or where
No,
are you
I'm
at?
in upstate New York.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of like flyers for Bonginator shows around this area. So
They had a pretty solid set. Like, man, their guitars were absolutely cranked. Like they were so goddamn loud.
They're one of those bands where they're almost more of to me like a meme than like an actual band. I haven't really
yeah, it kind of seems
dove.
like
I haven't really dove too much into their actual music to be able to be like, oh yeah, no, the music's good too.
They're like
But
they're like Impaled.
they're fun.
Yeah, they remind me of it like Impaled, Ghoul, but none of the makeup or the fun prosthetics.
Yeah.
Ghoul. Seeing them on this Municipal Waste tour.
Oh man,
dude, Ghoul was so damn good.
I bet. Great stage show.
Oh, dude, Necrot was unreal.
Oh yeah, a lot of the new album stuff.
They only played since they had they were third billing, so they had a relatively short set, and since their songs are generally a bit longer, they opened up with the new single, which is fucking killer, and then they played a lot of stuff off the last two albums, and they just crushed it. I mean, it was just so damn good.
Blood Offerings is still that's the peak for me.
That's the one. I mean, I like the last one too, but Blood Offerings just hit.
The last one never really stuck with me. Like I dug it, but Blood Offerings, like I remember hooks, I remember songs.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, great album.
Dude, that opening track, The Blade, that instantly Necrot.
Oh, Necrot. Yeah, it's the new one. I grabbed the new one, but I only.
Is it Melodies?
Huh?
Or did you pre-order it?
Pre-ordered. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
I think there's only one song out, right?
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah.
No, it's catchy. It's got like a good kind of like melodic kind of hook to it. It's also like a really bouncy riff. I don't know. I'm
gonna have those guys on
good.
for sure. Sonny.
Those dudes are. I mean, they're just like a solid, tight 3-piece. And man, honestly, like I kind of like them better live too because they don't multi-track the guitars. Obviously, like it's just the bassist and then the guitarist goes into his solos. Now they have that arranged. I think just sounds absolutely awesome. But they had a killer set. Dead Heat was really good. But Municipal Waste. I mean, they fucking stole the show. Like they just whoop ass live. They're
I love Municipal.
Where are they from?
Virginia, Richmond. Yeah, dude. They even said fucking Tony Feressa loves Detroit and says like, dude, you guys are just like animals. They were fucking crowd surfing a trash can. And then I think they had a crowd surf like a kind of a crowd surf chicken fight. It was a lot of fun. Dude, like first song
I
in,
don't even know how you do that. What?
He just inspires him, like get in there and kind of like tussle with one another. Like okay, what was it? First song in, dude. First or second song in, some kid came out of there with a fucking bloodied fucking nose and mouth. Like, oh shit, dude! Like I saw him run in there. He's like, yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna get in the mosh pit. Boom! I'm cool. I'm good.
Logan,
Yeah, he looked like he caught the Batman punch.
Logan, did you and your brother do Dream Theater, or am I dreaming that?
You are dreaming that. We did, yeah.
All right, okay. Thought for some reason you did.
No, I'm not a big Dream Theater fan. I'm like
Aren't you really?
I'm like a Pull Me Under and
Pull me under, and that's it.
half of images and half of images and words, and
Awake.
I have Awake too, which is good.
I think that's their best one. That's my favorite.
That one, it's good. Yeah,
That very well could be my
It's so
favorite one
heavy.
too.
So heavy.
Yeah,
It's the
that's-
last one with Kevin on it.
but yeah, no.
You guys here, you probably haven't, because I'm going to try to get Ray on here shortly, Ray Alder. But have you heard the North Sea Echoes thing?
I've heard a couple of the tracks. Definitely more soft and
Very
subdued.
mellow.
Not bad though. I mean, Ray's a good singer.
Oh man,
Yeah, he's a damn good singer.
voice sounds great on this. I got it, and the first pass through, I was like, wow, man. Okay, kind of semi, atmospheric and very downbeat sort of beat, like electronic kind of, with good little, of course, good Matheos guitar melodies, but no real heavy songs. Only one that's kind of got some crunchy guitars on it. But boy, man, on my fifth or sixth listen now, I'm like, I fucking love this album, man. It's so good. Those two just create magic together. They just have something special.
I heard it. I thought he
It's
was
not
doing.
Page 20, though. It's not Page 20.
Yeah, well, I heard there was supposed to be like an Arch Matheos album too, possibly in the works.
Probably.
And I've heard a lot of people bring that up and say, yeah, like I think he's also going to do that as well. And ever since doing the Ministry review, everyone's been talking about. I guess Al is talking to Paul Barker again, and he might, for the last hurrah, because this next album's supposed to be the last one. Al's retiring again.
I was about to say
He's
how many
65.
times?
It's a goddamn miracle.
How is he?
He's made it.
How is he still alive?
Yeah, dude. Like,
Dude was on heroin for a bit, right?
and everything else. Like,
Is he comparable to like Keith Richards?
he freebased in the middle of a fucking Denny's once, I believe.
Yeah, but no, Al was way worse. I mean, Keith had his moments, but I think Al was fucking.
Al was nuts. I mean, I still think he does like mushrooms and weed now, but yeah, Al. I mean, Al shouldn't be alive. But they're talking about doing like a last hurrah with some of the old guys and Paul Barker, and he's kind of repairing his relationship there. And I guess there's also rumblings that he might do another Lard album.
Oh boy.
With Jello.
Yeah.
Well,
Jello's been at some of these shows. He was at the last couple of shows. He was at the San Francisco show. I know that.
I mean, that's
Just a couple days ago.
still his hometown.
He lives out there.
I mean, and Jello he pops up on all their albums. Like, I mean, shit, wouldn't surprise me if you got like Gibby Haynes too from Butthole Surfers. Gibby? Oh, Gibby's still around.
Oh, okay. I thought he might have kicked it.
No, he's just been kind of low key because I mean, Butthole Surfers hasn't done anything in a while, and I think he was publishing books and talking about his life and the weird, heavy kind of like, because they were never really metal, but they were like constantly around like bands like Gwar and like, so yeah, we were just weird and experimental. We may or may not have done too many drugs. Because if you look up like early Butthole Surfer stuff, like they were playing shows naked on LSD, just like we're gonna play until they call the cops.
Good old days.
I mean, my first exposure to them was was it Who Was in My Room Last Night, or the video they played on Beavis and Butthead that had Flea in it as the bartender, and I mean, yeah, that song.
Butthole Surfers?
Yep. Yeah, who was in my
room? I think.
Yeah, Who Was in My Room Last Night or something like that. Yeah, dude, I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that video is bonkers too. But the other one was Jesus Built My Hot Rod. And dude, there are no lyrics to that song. He was drunk. He was drunk out of his mind when they invited him in.
There's a drug-induced mumble.
Who, Jesus?
There
They invited Jesus in, and Jesus was drunk. He couldn't.
Oh,
sing.
close. Gibby. Gibby probably thought he was Jesus at that moment. He was so.
I got to follow him, Chuck.
But yeah, he came in to go do his vocal parts, his guest vocal parts for the song, and all he did, they gave him like the speaker box effect, and he just rambled off a bunch of gibberish essentially. And he was like falling off, because they had to put him in a chair because he couldn't stand, and he kept falling off. And I did that like sick, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get one.
You gotta buy these shirts, folks. They're not gonna
All
be exorbitantly priced, but Lee just knocked it the fuck out of the park.
$800.
$840.
No, that's only for shipping. The shirt is $5. It's $800 to ship it.
Shirts will
I'll
only
only buy one then.
seriously. The shirts will only be $37.66.
Jeff, I'll buy one if you can deliver it to me, hand delivered to me.
Hand delivered.
Yes.
And they won't have your face on it or a slightly racist slogan on the back.
Can I wipe my ass with it first?
But it won't say anything edgy on the back, like to the annihilation of like people and stuff.
Annihilate the.
Chuck's gonna have a special one, and on the back it's gonna say, "My name's Jeff. This is my podcast, and I talk a lot. Fuck you, Chuck."
Make sure to sign that one.
In
That's
blood.
a special one.
In blood.
Yeah.
Well, if it's on black, it doesn't show up that well. So
I'll do it on the white.
yeah,
well, you had to bring it up.
my T-shirt and then write, sign it in blood.
Oh no, it'll be right back to the old dried semen conversation.
But in all seriousness, Lee knocked it out of the fucking solar system.
Yeah, it's great artwork.
He did.
For
And the
sure.
weird thing was, when we first started talking about this, literally probably over a year ago, I said maybe when I get to 500, and I'm like, that's kind of pretentious. At 500, you're really not a big deal because, and I don't know where I heard this, but I know I heard it and I read it somewhere that only 10% of YouTube channels ever reach 1,000 subscribers,
Yep.
which is crazy. You think about how many YouTube channels are out there.
Yeah.
So I said, well, maybe when I hit 1,000, we'll start. And then I got to like 8, and I'm like, hey, man, remember when we were talking about that? Would you still be interested in doing it? He's like, yeah, I had some ideas. And we talked about it being like an old Outer Limits or an old sort of Fangoria type cover or whatever they call that, those magazines from the 40s and 50s with the hard fi stuff. And he nailed it, man. I mean, he nailed pretty much everything that I could have hoped for.
I mean,
I like the back.
Back's pretty wicked, and that
back's
came out. Initially, there was not going to be a back; it was going to be the front. We were going to put the thumbnail logo, the gas mask logo, with the one that Rick did way back when.
Mm-hmm.
And Lee was pretty definitive. He's like, I don't want to put that in the front. Let me try this, and then he came up with that cool. I don't know what you call. I don't know. There's the name for the font, but that font, the old English style lettering and everything. I'm like, yeah, it looks killer. I'm like, but can we? This is all last weekend, beginning of last weekend. I'm like, okay, cool. Can I have something that Rick can manipulate and put the M, the gas mask on the M, or the gas mask on the G, and the gas mask on the M? And he's like, I don't want it on the front. And I'm like, wait, I'm the dude paying for this. It was a second where I was like, wait.
It's funny.
So I'm like, okay. Well, I said, well, what about, I want it to somehow relate to the name to something. So what about like a gas mask and a hand grenade on the back? It's like, let me do some small drawings that you can put them on the either side of the dragon. I'm like, nah, dude, these need to be bigger and we need to put them on the back. And I think it came out super cool.
I think that did.
dude, as soon as I saw like the dragon, when you were showing me like it was like, dude, that's got some like Eric Roper to it, and I love that dude's art. Yeah, I want a lot of High on Fire albums. Of course I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
That's
but no, I
Union.
love the look of it, and I mean, kind of spoiler alert for anyone watching. Yeah, Lee's working on something for us too.
Oh, that's
Cool.
right. You told me that.
Nice, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get some
Lee
fresh
does good
new
stuff.
name logos, and dude, like so far, I absolutely love mine. Oh, dude, it's
Necrotic Nick looks pretty good.
It's his attention to detail on there. Like, there's some like cool, subtle stuff in our logos. I fucking love it. We're gonna have a unique
Logos for your names.
Yep, we're getting fresh ones.
Oh, I thought it was a show logo.
No, I mean we decided we're gonna stick with the Thralls logo because
Look at this. I don't know if you guys noticed this. But look at the tail of the dragon.
all right,
It looks like a saw blade.
yeah.
Now, if you look at it,
At the end, look at the end of it. Look at where the
Very
tail
thin.
ends.
it's actually a hand grenade.
Oh, I did not notice that detail.
Which that was the initially. He's like, well, I'll incorporate the hand grenade into the dragon.
That's fancy.
And he did it, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but I kind of want to put something on the back. And then I was asking people, I don't know if you were on that night, Nick. Were you on the night I was asking people for slogans?
Yeah, no, because I peppered in. Was it like
something about
more tangents than a Dream Theater song?
That's right. That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that one. That was probably second here.
Damn
Then
it.
when
If Jeff were a typewriter, he'd go at 500 words a minute.
we ended up going
where music melts your mind works
where
too.
music melts your mind. I think
Who said that one?
Tim Saunders from
The metallurgy.
Metallurgy. There's a lot in there, and he comes up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It just seemed apropos because I initially was we're metal, and I'm like, I don't always do metal, so
No.
I'll
Music.
emphasize it, make it music itself. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm gonna try to have Lee and Rick. Rick did the layout on the back. Then that's how he's involved. And
course.
I think
So-
on.
So you're gonna have the artist on to discuss the creation of the T-shirt logo.
Gonna have
Good idea.
Rick and Lee and myself will probably roll it out on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. You have a website, don't you, Nick, where you can buy it?
Yeah,
Right?
I mean it's kind of makeshift that it just stands there just to sell our merch. Nothing really flashy to it.
Yeah, I
at
don't know
all.
if I want to go that far with it because I just don't know I'm going to have something always like produced. But what I might do is do a video and then say, look, if you want one of these, contact me at this email address. Tell me what size you want and tell me where you live. I'll get a general. What I'd like to probably do is get general quotes together for but it's hard, man, because every place is different. So,
Yeah.
if say Frederick wanted one in Aussie, it'd be like fucking like $30 for shipping and $15 for the shirt.
Yeah, I think we shipped one out to Frederick and it was like, dude, like, thank you, man. I feel bad because I know you probably had to pay a lot for shipping. It's like that's just how it is out here.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say like you could always go like really old school and say, listen, I need you to leave some money in a brown paper bag in an airport locker. Non-sequential bills, nothing shady, but I'll be watching. And so will the
And
government.
an envelope of cocaine, too.
Actually, you can just give that to me.
Yeah, I'm done with cocaine, man. Just leave me an envelope of fucking mushrooms or LSD or juicy.
Dude,
Well, that's right. I got to get one of them candy bars, Chuck. I forgot about it.
oh, dude.
Did you order one or no?
No,
a mushroom? Is it a mushroom candy
yeah,
bar?
I forgot.
Yeah.
I was just in that shop tonight. Yeah.
Where are you? I'm
Yeah.
gonna order one. I'm gonna order one this week. I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know if you're successful in the fact that you can order it and they will ship it to you. Because my friend in Michigan wants me to send one out to
There's I believe
her.
there's a
And
place
it's
in
like,
Michigan
if
that
you can
sells
order
it.
it online and get sent that way, I'd rather just do it that way.
A couple nights ago, I want to say maybe not quite a month ago, I interviewed and don't one of you fucking groan or I'm gonna punch you right through the fucking screen. I interviewed Medusa's Disco live, guys in studio. I was actually supposed to be at Medusa's tonight with Rick in Philly, but luckily I hit up the drummer and said, "What time are you guys on tonight?" He's like, "Oh, damn, dude, don't go down. We had to cancel." So I'm glad I caught him because that would have kind of sucked to get down there and find out the show was canceled. Anyway, I had the Medusa's Disco's guys on, and at the end, after we wrapped up, the bass player, they were smoking, and I didn't want to smoke off their pipes and stuff just because of COVID fear.
Right.
I just can't take that risk, like, swapping micro particles. So I'm like, man, dude, he's like, he handed it to me. I'm like, I just can't take the chance with my medical stuff. So, oh yeah. He's like, here, did you bring? Where's that bowl you pulled out during the interview? Because I joked about bringing my own bowl, and he fucking packed my bowl full, right? So I came home that night.
Nice.
I didn't sleep very well the night before, so I'd only gotten like 3 hours sleep. But Dennis and we were doing the Metal Gems series that night, right? And it gets to be like 10, I don't know, quarter to 10. And I'm like, I'm just going to have one hit of this thing. I hadn't smoked in like 6 months. It's been a while. And I had a beer. I had like one of those, actually I was drinking one of the juicy thing that you have there. Yeah, one of those. So I already had a slight buzz. And I hit this thing, and I hit one hit, and I didn't feel much for like 10 minutes. So I'm like, I'll have one more hit.
And
all of a sudden,
it gets you.
Well, all of a sudden, I get a text from Dennis. He's like, dude, my wife's car is broken down. I think it's battery. I might be about a half hour late. By 10 after 10, I was like,
what's a car, dude?
I was actually sitting on the end of my bed, right in front of the TV, in front of the computer screen, staring at the computer at the green light up here and going, and looking down every now and again at my phone to see if Dennis had texted. I'm like, I don't think I can do this now. Like,
no, you're ready.
Dude, I was fucking banhammer stoned, like gone. I don't think I've been that stoned 3 fucking years. I was like, you remember the night I kept saying sky jumping?
What's it called? You're playing.
Yeah, you jump out and play sky jumping, right?
Like, yeah, that's it. Nailed it. First try.
Dude, I'm so glad Dennis finally was like, dude, I'm not going to make it. I'm like, thank God, man, because I'm fucked out of my gourd.
We did a New Year's stream on mushrooms.
You did, yeah, that's true.
You all survived.
There was another one that you did too, a while back.
Who, me?
No, where Nick was traveling, he was going to chime in, but he was doing mushrooms or
Oh
whatever.
no, yeah, that was when I was out in Maryland. Yeah,
it was months. It was a long time ago, and it's
Dude.
you're on for like 10 minutes, and
Well, I'm definitely gonna try that microdose thing. I'm gonna get one of those bars and just take a little bit and see what happens. And
Well, they break off in little squares. Honestly, yeah, take one square. Just know full well, like you build an instant tolerance to it, so you can't go, I'm gonna just eat a couple more, because you kind of like, no, you're kind of like leveling off right there.
Yeah.
So plan ahead.
So take one, and then just, if it doesn't happen,
Let it
just
go.
don't do it. Just do another night.
Eat the whole bar and smell
yeah.
God.
Oh yeah, that's the last thing
Well,
you ever want to see.
my friend did that, and he didn't see God. He was bowing to the porcelain queen.
Oh well,
because he got really, really sick.
Stomach ache, huh?
Yeah, he threw everything up. So
that's supposed to make the trip harder.
Did you ever do mushrooms, Logan?
Nope. I've not taken that trip yet. Nope.
Oh, dude.
No mushrooms yet.
God.
Pry open the cosmic eye.
You want that?
Unzip it.
You will understand every Tool song even more.
Third eye of Stink Fist, right?
Yeah.
You know,
No.
there's a
I'll
lot
do it
of
at some point.
a lot of you know, there's some research, not a lot of research, but there's some research that's coming out about how there are benefits of using psilocybin
I
for
believe
it.
depression and for anxiety and for PTSD.
it rebuilds some neural pathways too.
So
I
I
can
mean,
see that.
it's not a
Yeah.
scary thing at all.
Yeah.
In my experience, what I'm most fearful of are the artificial, the manufactured
Mm-hmm.
drugs, like meth and
Oh yeah.
cocaine to a certain extent,
and stuff.
and even pharmaceutical over the counter drugs, or not
Yeah.
over the counter, but prescribed drugs.
Well, yeah. Look at what happened.
Say that.
Opiates, like fentanyl. That's a really fucked up thing right now. But the
Well,
opiates,
even worse is what's happened to me. Because I can tell you straight.
precisely, Jeff, is what I'm talking
Benzos,
about. And
They're so damn.
I'm talking over you, bud. I was talking first. No, kidding aside, when I would get a headache or if I had a body ache or something like that, my ex-wife would say, well, just take an aspirin, or take this or take that. And it's like, fuck no, I don't know. I don't trust what those pharmaceutical companies are making, because they could be pushing the shit through the pipeline and getting the FDA approval. And then they discover 10 years later that, people are dropping dead because they've been using this drug. So I've just been avoiding those my entire adult life. But I don't have second thoughts when I do psilocybin or do LSD or peyote. So, it grows on the planet. LSD is a derivative of a shit. What am I trying to think? What side effects of LSD? Of a moss or a something, and they just synthesized it in the lab.
I don't trust LSD anymore just because it can be cut with a lot of stuff.
Yes,
I agree 100%. You gotta trust your source on that for sure.
I've had ones that were, I believe, cut with strychnine. You got massive muscle cramps. It was, I mean, it was a good trip eventually, but like all of a sudden you just get like a shooting cramp through your leg. Like, why is this doing this now?
Right. That's
You're probably
something
just
that should not
dehydrated,
ever
huh?
happen. Not ever happen.
But mushrooms, it's a smooth, fun ride every time. It's just very euphoric. Like, as long as you don't go down a lot of like dark rabbit holes.
How do you prepare that? How do you prepare the ground so that you're not going to be diving down the anxiety tunnels and stuff like that?
You need a home base.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need somebody that is not doing it
truly
with you,
are comfortable with.
who is going to be.
Let me ask a serious question here. So if I microdose, let's say I take like 3 squares and I get
rectally.
Oh shit.
That's a good way of taking it. Actually, I don't know.
There you go. Be the pioneer. I know you are.
So melt it down. Take a turkey baster, shove it up my asshole.
I was gonna say, like, you can just use a funnel. You don't have turkey base or whatever.
Just shove the square up my ass.
Oh yeah, just jam it up in there.
Jeff, all you have to do is put it under your tongue and let it melt there. It's the same.
That's kind of what I was gonna do, but okay. Anyway,
and just eat it.
Nick had to bring up the rectal thing. I'm not sure why the rectal.
You brought up the rectal thing, but
I did not say a thing.
No, he just jumped right on. It's like, oh, so just jam it right. Okay, all right.
Let me go back.
All right.
Okay, ask the person taking minutes to.
So I microdose. I take 2-3 squares. Okay.
Oh, that's
Do I start with 1 and see what happens? Right.
I would start with 1.
With 3.
Well, absolutely. I mean, right. 3. Right. At least according to the box, the packaging says 1 to 3 squares is a microdose. Now,
yes,
I've had 3 squares that have been weaker than 1 square, though, because again, it's not evenly like, all right, each square is an exact dose.
Right.
It's like this was all mixed up.
But you're also a seasoned veteran of tripping.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm getting at here, let's say I
Oh,
take
shaman.
let's say I take a chance and take 2 off the
Oh, you'll
bat.
be fine.
I will not go probably more than that first time I do it. Now, my let's say I don't get super ill. Okay, let's say I'm maybe a little mildly weird, but I'm like, okay. So fuck you guys. Now I forgot what my question was. God damn it.
Side effects of drugs or
No.
How
Okay,
much do you want to
so-
take?
how long would I expect that something like that might hang in there?
oh well, I mean, all right. In terms of like the body buzz and that sort of like euphoric feeling, God, it could be 5 hours.
Wow.
Could last longer. It depends. Well, it's also because you're ingesting and also like your metabolism plays into it too.
Yeah.
You know,
Usually good to not eat or
I think 5 hours is at the most.
yeah. I mean,
You know,
well, you're gonna
But you
experience.
have to understand also at 5 hours, at hour number 5, you may still feel a little bit of like rubberness. to
Yeah.
you, but your head's pretty clear.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean,
Compared to hour 1, where your head is like, oh my god, the walls are breathing. I'm seeing colors coming out of my speakers.
oh, and you're gonna like you thought you're tangential now, dude. You're gonna like I constantly is like just idea. Like, why can't I hold on to that? Why can't I fucking?
all right, so here's what's happening. I'm microdosing in a couple weeks. We're doing a long, like 17-hour stream where I
Oh man, I don't want to be the
where
shirt.
you
up
guys
there
sit and
there.
listen and I talk. Something new.
Well,
Something new.
Is that new? Is that
this is how it's going to be. It's like we're going to tag team where Nick will take the first 30 minutes. I'll take the second 30 minutes. And then, Logan and everybody else. And you got enough people that, we can tag team for 30 minutes each.
Oh,
I could do
that
30
could be fun.
I could do 30 minutes.
What was that, Jeff? No, penguins don't work for the CIA. That's completely wrong. No, just hear me out, man.
Well,
Jeff,
this
those aren't
sucks.
penguins flying overhead either.
Wait a minute. You mean I'm not George Soros' son? What?
No. And the mole men don't know where you live.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that giant lumpy orange thing next to me isn't Donald Trump and I didn't strangle it? What?
I'm not saying it's not, but
If you believe hard enough.
You know who's going to be visiting me tomorrow?
But PMA is
Secret
also important
Service
too.
is going to my
PMA.
door tomorrow. Huh?
PMA,
You know.
positive mental attitude.
Yeah,
Go into
that's-
it with
That
mental
might be an interesting thing. I mean,
honestly,
here's the weird thing, though.
Some hardcore shit.
I
right there.
used to actually have
Yeah.
body brain trips from smoking weed. Like I've had moments where I've smoked really good weed and like tripped out.
Yeah.
So I got to be a little careful. That's why I would be like, hey, just take a bar of the chocolate. Just
dude, I haven't even done that with that bar yet. Like the microdoses have been like solid enough. A big thing, like I mean, in terms of that positivity, follow laughter. Laughter is like a good thing with tripping because it just keeps firing those endorphins through your body.
Yep.
And yeah, you stay focused on that.
On some old SNL stuff online or something.
Yeah.
Watch, it's funny.
Dude, we sat around watching like Primus videos and shit. Like, God, that shit is just weird. I love it.
Primus would be a great microdosing band for sure.
Dude, all their videos are strange. It's amazing.
All their
Man, you gotta
videos,
listen
their
to
whole
the
album,
Grateful Dead,
Frizzle
man. I mean, some of the hardest belly laughs that I've had have been on mushrooms, where I fucking hurt the next day.
Yep. Dude, one of my favorite trips, it was with a buddy of mine years ago, like in my first apartment. We managed to get like a really good batch of shrooms. These things were powerful. They started off like, it's the first time I was like close to throwing up on shrooms. But
You were actually eating the fungus, right? You weren't eating it in any.
Oh yeah, we're eating
mushroom itself. It wasn't
mushroom itself.
Yeah,
and we got like
that's normal.
Wicked heartburn. Like it was probably the worst batch of heartburn I've had doing shrooms. I mean, we ate a lot, but it turned into gas while we were tripping. So farts are already funny anyway. But we were constantly farting and watching the worst dubbed kung fu flicks I have ever seen.
Oh, I told you.
Oh, those
I
are
told
so
you the
good.
story about
Tears.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I told you guys the story about the one time I almost ate shrooms, but I decided not to. But it was me and my two good buddies. They all shroomed out, and we threw on. I know I've told this story. We threw on Back to the Future, and there's that part where they're doing the model diorama thing where they're trying to work out the Marty catching the thing, and Christopher Lloyd. They do it, and the car catches the thing, and it falls off, and Christopher Lloyd goes, and we rewound that thing like 417 fucking over and over. And I was drunk, but they were drunk and stoned on shrooms, and we were literally crying to the point where my one buddy, he was like turning like purple. I'm like, dude, you gotta fucking breathe, man. Like, stop. He's like, yeah, it was nonstop. I'm not lying. We rewound that on VHS 45 or 50 times and just kept watching that same 35-second sequence over.
Dude, you find once you find something that makes you laugh, yeah, you're gonna dude.
Awesome.
The last times I did actual shrooms at my house, I think it was my buddy's first time doing them, and I promised, I'll be your Sherpa up the mountain. I got you, man. I've done this many times. I mean, I'm going to be a weird wreck too, but it's going to be fun. And I told him, I was like, oh yeah, you'll probably fart too. I was like, oh, I like farting. Farting's fun. So he was like, man, I haven't farted yet. I'm a little disappointed. He's like, you'll be fine. And then I guess finally got one chambered up, and he walked by a fucking fan that was pointed at everyone.
Chambered up. He
farted right behind this fan, and he got everyone. He nuked the room. He was very happy. And I mean, I laughed, but it smelled horrible.
Well, Jeff,
we're still sharing up there, sharing experiences of our tripping
bodily functions. Yeah, what's that, Logan?
So you got the fan ready for.
Well, I always have that on. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, it's funny because about a week ago when Steve Wilson came on, and we were running right up against. I was talking to Tim, and he's like, "Jeff, have you got a wind machine going? That's so rock star." He goes, "That's so rock star of you, mate." And I'm like, "Nah, dude, you gotta understand. Unfortunately, see, the weird thing is, I'll show you this. Let's see if I have it here. Okay, so this is the temperature in my room.
Oh, Jesus!
What the fuck? 87?
I have to sleep in a very warm room because
that's not very warm. That's fucking hot.
It is. But I have to sleep in it that warm because if it gets below about 82, I start shivering and I can't get warm.
Wow.
Damn.
82 degrees. That's how this disease has affected my hypothalamus, I think it is. It's damaged the hypothalamus. So I can't regulate body temperature. And it used to be I was always hot. So I always had to have air
cooler.
Cooler. But now I have to be warmer. But if I'm just laying here with no air blowing on me, it is hot. But this is warm air that's blowing across me. But it keeps my surface temperature cool. Yeah, it's weird. So I have to talk to people. Not everybody asks, but every now and again a guy will go, "Dude, what's with the fan? Like, are you just trying to like Fabio it or what?" I'm like, "No, man. I gotta kind of look this." Yeah.
Like, I've known you've used a fan for a while.
Oh, 3 years.
Yeah.
Roll with it. They ask you about it. Listen, I want to keep the sexual energy up in the stream. All right.
I have said funny shit like who was I talking to? The dudes from Skeletal.
Oh,
They came on before we went live. I'm like, guys, I just need you to know this isn't for me to look like Fabio and shit. Although for an old guy, I'm pretty fucking hot. Let's be honest. And they just started cracking up.
That was a polite way of saying no.
Yeah.
Well, I got something in my throat.
Those guys were fun.
That's
man.
what it is.
Jeff, who's Fabio?
Fabio.
You look fabulous. Fabulous.
He's that dude that got hit in the face with a bird on a roller coaster.
Right.
Here in Ohio at Cedar Point.
Got bonked in the
Those
beach,
fucking
right?
birds, man.
One of Ohio's greatest exports.
Is he
The bird?
is Fabio still alive?
We do manufacture a lot of birds here. I don't know if you know, birds aren't real. They all work for the CIA, except for the penguins.
But they're built in Ohio, and I appreciate that. Yeah.
These are American made.
All comes back together. It all comes back to the penguins and to the birds that
Fabio.
manufactures us. That paranoia is real.
I'll just let you know,
Starts in
Fabio.
I think you're in PA, Jeff.
Fabio is 64 years old.
Shit, he's a year younger than me.
He's still around.
Is his hair
And,
still long?
Well,
Yes.
this is an older picture of him.
And
Of
flowing.
course it is.
It's 2014, so he's
He looks just like that.
That was
That's-
only 10
That's
years
10
ago.
years ago. That's a
yeah.
decade.
All right. Who
Let's
knows
see what he
looks
looks like now.
20. Can you believe 2014 is a decade ago?
It blows
What the
me
fuck
away.
is that?
And guess what? You're going to be saying in 2034 and 2044.
God damn it.
Fuck,
Can you believe
2014
that?
was 30 years ago?
Yeah, he still kind of looks the same.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you know, for being 64, that's not a bad look.
No, I trade that, man, for the way I look. Hell yeah. Was he who was he hooked up with back in the day?
whoever he wanted.
Wasn't me.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't me. Whatever they say.
Was he
Five chicks a day. I mean,
was he involved with Nicolette Sheridan or no?
Maybe.
Or no, she was Michael Bolton, right? Yeah, she was
Was
Michael Bolton.
Oh God, man.
who just turned 71 apparently.
Did she really?
Michael Bolton did.
Oh, Michael Bolton. Okay.
Michael Bolton is, but my
Yeah.
God, I hate.
Nicolette's probably not that far behind.
yeah.
She's probably
No.
like 67.
Oh God, that
Yeah, it's weird. I started seeing I don't even know what I was looking for the other day. And you know, and you'll appreciate everybody but Logan and Josh might appreciate this, but the only reason I'm saying is because you're significantly younger than
All right.
all of us. But like I think I was looking up like people in MASH that are still alive.
Oh,
And a lot of them are all gone, man. I mean,
Alan Alda's still around.
most of them.
yeah, Alden.
Alan Alda's still around. He's 88.
What about Radar? Is he still around?
damn.
Radar's still around, right?
Loretta Swit is still around.
Yeah,
All right.
Radar was probably one of the younger ones.
Yeah.
Jamie Farr.
Jamie Farr is
Jamie Farr's-
he is 91 or 92 years old.
He's from my hometown. He's from Toledo.
But like Harry Morgan's gone.
Yeah,
Terry Stevenson's gone.
Father.
BJ's still alive. BJ's still alive. What's his name? Mike.
Oh God, BJ.
Mike.
Yeah, he's still around.
Yeah, Mike
Yeah.
something. I can't remember his last name.
The priest, Father. Fuck.
No, father's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. No, I was going to say he's gone.
Radar's still alive. Radar is still alive.
BJ was the guy that came in after the other guy left.
Yeah,
that,
BJ's. The Wayne
from Mill Valley.
Wayne Rogers.
Yeah.
Wayne Rogers is dead.
And Frank,
Frank's dead.
he's dead.
So is David Ogden.
Oh wow,
Ogden Steers.
they got that replacement. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But it's just weird when you go look at some of these shows.
Well, it kind of makes sense, man. That was from what, the early
Well, the
70s?
early 70s, mid 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
even people one that got me last year was Marky Post, man. She was only like 71.
Well, she'd been battling cancer for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking Richard Lewis.
Richard Lewis
Yeah,
just died.
yeah.
Yeah, man. 70, but he was, what was he, 76 or
76.
5?
3, right? Or
Yeah.
76.
Something like that. I didn't know he was battling Parkinson's.
Oh, I didn't know that. Was he? Oh,
Yep.
shit.
Was he?
It was not a super public thing.
Well, you know, there's reasons why that's not public.
I believe he said like they said he retired from acting like last year. And he didn't necessarily say why. You know, people just like, hey, you know,
Yeah, I'm wondering with Tipton, man, because there's some pictures of him recently where he looks real frail, man. He doesn't look even like he did 2 years ago when they were out touring for that tour.
I have to say, you know, with me and my friends, I was out tonight with a friend he had a seizure 2 weeks ago, but he's got some heart issues as a result of having COVID 3 times. So he's got heart medication. His dad, his uncle, and his grandfather all died of heart attacks when they were 62 years old. So he's already outlived them by 3 years. He'll be 65 this year. And he knew that going in. So he's lived this life, eating healthy, exercising, all this other stuff, and he's still fucked up, is his words.
I mean, yeah, a lot of it's
And then another friend of mine, I just found out last night, just had heart surgery. And it's like, it is what it is when you get to these older ages, you know?
Yeah, a lot of it's genetics and how you
plays into it
how you
majorly. For
treat your
sure.
body. If you're partying, drinking a lot, if you're smoking a lot, it's gonna get you some way. It's gonna catch up with you.
It always
No,
gets
sure.
everybody in the end, for sure. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, with regards to my family, on both sides, my dad and my mom, there's longevity in there. You know, I got my uncle, my dad's side, is 92 now.
Wow.
I had an aunt on my mom's side that died the day after Trump got elected in 2016. She died the next
goodness.
day. She was 107 years
I'm
old.
out.
Yeah, exactly. See, she was 107. It's like,
Oh my
okay,
god.
I lived through 2 world wars. I lived through the Spanish flu. I lived through the Depression.
I don't want to live through this. This
I'm
is
not
gonna
good.
live-
The cutoff.
She's
I
like
don't blame her.
the you're fired guy.
So it's like, you know, who knows where I'll be on that spectrum. My mom died young, according to the family gene. She died at 79 years old.
Well, that's not very young.
And then, you know, her brother and her sister was the one that died at 107, and her brother died at 96. And my dad died at 82, but there's people in his family that died, you know, in their 90s. My great aunt died when she was 106, so she was my grandmother's sister. So I'm like, I'm doing my best not to last that long. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to last that long, but
Yeah, there's
I
a
can't
certain
afford to
point.
last that long. You know, I'm going broke right now.
Dude.
It's
Yeah,
expensive. It's expensive to live for sure. I
plus, like, hanging on.
I
to,
worked
like, 100.
in senior care, so
So
I
you
know.
know firsthand, Logan.
I worked in like a memory care unit, and it's
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
on
that's
both
gotta
sides of my family.
That's gotta be tough. I know. My
It's
mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, passed of it, and my dad's third wife, she passed cancer back in 11. Her mother lived with them for about 6 years with full-blown dementia. I mean, the kind where, you know this, Logan, where you walk in the room, hi, who are you? And then you'd walk out, you'd walk back in, she'd be like, hi, how are you?
expensive.
And who are you? And it's like, you're like, whoa, like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Whereas my 86-year-old grandmother almost made 87, sharp as a fucking tack. But I knew this woman. I started dating this woman. This is the weirdest thing, man. So, what year was this? 29, maybe? I met this woman online on like a Match.com thing. And I hooked up with her. Not hooked up, but went out with her like twice. Finally went over to her house. She had this fucking mansion. I mean, when I say mansion, man, I'm talking massive, 3/4, 4, but probably like a $1 million home. Just, you know, 4-car garage, everything you can think of. I find, you know, she tells me before we start dating that she's like, there's something I have to tell you before we get like really involved. So I go over that night to have dinner, and she's like, okay, are you ready for this? I'm like, oh shit. She gonna tell me she was a dude or what's the deal? So she's like, I'm actually still married. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
that's
there
the
you go.
deal.
But my husband is in a hospice. I'm like, oh, like, wait, what? She's like, has prefrontal lobe dementia. And he's had it like
That's
3
the
years.
earliest and most aggressive of them.
Right, super aggressive. And you know, and it turns out like he was in an assisted living facility where they had, you know, he didn't know who he was anymore. He was Hitler, he was, you know, God, he was Jesus. And she's like, he's gonna die from it. There's nothing they can do to stop him. He was only 44, and I was like, whoa, dude, like, are you serious? So, and this woman, turns out, she was the vice president of sales and operations of Avis Rent-A-Cars in the whole United States. She's making like literally like $500,000 a year. She was she was the CFO, like
Damn.
the
Chief financial officer.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, man, I could pretty much have it made over here. Like, no, I mean, no, I'm serious. She's driving around in she had an Escalade. Oh no, Toyota. What's Toyota's really nice SUV?
Sequoia.
Sequoia or a Tundra or something like that.
It's a Sequoia. It's what I drive, Jeff. Come on, man.
They're really nice.
You don't even know his car? God.
Brand new, not 25 years old.
Did you make some choices when you were 25, Jeff?
But here was the thing, like, I was into her, but I wasn't into her, And
you're like in there.
Well, wait, what's
that? Was the catch.
What's that?
Thank you, Nick, for doing that, because we're all thinking the same thing.
I was into her for that, and I was not into her for like falling in love. I just didn't see that it was going to happen. Plus, mainly because she had two fairly young kids. Her kids were like 4 and 7, and I'm like, oh man, my kids are teens. I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't want, and I just didn't feel it. You know what I mean? That way. But I will not lie to you. For about a week, I was like, okay, on this side, we're this giant fucking house. Any car I want.
The house, and that's funny.
And she would buy me gifts. Like, I didn't even ask her to, but she bought me like a bunch of box sets and all this stuff when we went shopping one time.
Oh, right.
I'm thinking,
dude, are you
guitars, and
Jeff,
amps.
Jeff, can I interrupt?
She sounds like a perfect woman.
No, Chuck, I'm talking. Don't interrupt.
That was well played.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Why didn't you give me her number if you were interested?
Well, this was.
Come on, share the wealth, man.
I would have. She had a banging little body. She was a good-looking woman. But I just
buying you box sets, man. You probably walked around with a perma erection, just like.
I want a box set.
Well, there was this weird thing. There was this weird thing. It was very shortly after my ex-wife and I had split up, and I was still in that. Oh, I'm still in love with my ex.
I get what you're saying. I know exactly.
Maybe she'll come back. And she was never coming back. She didn't even fucking love me at all. So she was never coming back. But I just couldn't go there, and I felt fucking terrible when I finally, about like 2 weeks after, me doing the sort of ghosting thing where I'd get the text and go, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I could go over. I could go get laid easily. I could do anything I want. I'm just not feeling it. I don't want to drag this out. I finally was like, hey, I just don't think I'm ready, And then I did the old, I think I'm still in love with my ex-wife thing, and that was the quickest way to chop the head of the snake off. Because as soon as they hear that, they're like, "Fuck this guy,"
Wait, were you allowed to keep the box sets?
I was. Yeah.
Okay, all right. The story does have a happy ending.
Happy ending.
It does have a happy ending. In more ways than one. Let me just put it that way. But yeah, it was so weird, man. Because I'll never forget pulling into her gated. She had lived in a gated community.
Pulling into her, of course.
And I drive into this. He lives down this street, and it's of course the biggest house on the cul-de-sac. I'm like, holy fuck! I walk in, the kitchen's like all portico and these big giant fucking all granite countertops, like beautiful stuff, like giant vaulted cathedral ceilings in the living room where there's like a giant fireplace. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool, but man, come on. And inside I'm doing that thing. Just fucking fall in love with her, dude. Just do it, man.
Start small.
but
Nut.
you know,
Start small. Start small.
Yeah,
Small.
Nutner.
it's that was a good a good life experience to realize that it's not all about you got to be
You know what it was.
It's not about
it's not about the material shit.
having box set spot for you.
But you know something though. What it taught me.
I take that.
I fear only momentarily, but in the moment, it did teach me that I'm not some total shallow fucking slime bag. Now later, I became more of a slime bag.
I was gonna say like let's
And you're still
breaks there.
You're still accelerating that slime bagness.
I'm working.
Well, he's got all
on it.
that slime. It's just it kind of speeds him along. It slicks it, you know.
Listen, what's life without goals? I mean,
Well, hey guys,
yeah.
I'm gonna head to bed because I'm getting sleepy.
I think
But,
I'm with you there, Nick.
Yeah.
And hey, it's good chatting with you all. And Josh, you got to really fucking
quiet down.
just quiet yourself down, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
They tell me every time, man.
yeah. God damn it, I'm
Chatty
just
Cathy over here.
He's only on his
Compete
14th
with your-
year. I mean, come on, man. Like, you know.
Well, he's pounding the Gatorade now. He's in recovery mode.
Yeah.
It's like shit. What is it? 3:00 in the morning now? If you're in the east,
for us, 3:30. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on like midnight here. So
Yeah, fucking the night is young, Chuck. Go out, find you some woman that lives in a.
yeah, no, I can do that. I got 2 hours before the bar's closed.
I'm gonna tell you something. That house she lived in
Yes,
here, like I said, was probably like close to $1 million home.
it's probably
Probably
like
a 5 or $6 million home out there, man.
Yeah, yep. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So,
Few and far between out here for sure.
Nick and Logan. So, real quick, Sunday at 2.
I'm here. Yeah.
If you have any borderline-y sort of selections, I doubt you will, but if you do, hit me up with it. And, you know, if you think there's anything that's sort of suspect.
Everyone's gonna have an Iron Maiden and Judas Priest.
Yeah, see, I
right?
told him you might as well open up and say, all right, show me your Iron Maiden now.
Right, that's the thing.
Maybe we will do that just to get it out of the way.
And do the same for Judas Priest. Like, all right, show me your Judas Priest because I know you got them.
And
What you like?
Okay, so
They're
here's how it's
there.
going to go. Okay, show me your Judas Priest. Show me your Maiden. Show
and we
me,
move on.
show me your Fates Warning.
And then show me the top 10 outside of those.
That
Yeah.
Fates is Prog to me, but
Yeah, because I had Fates in the Prog stream. I had Parallels.
Ooh.
yeah, dude,
Is my
Yeah, those
that was
early
in my
Fates,
my
those
Prog.
early-
I got some-
Cool.
I got some other
those early
cuts.
Fates are traditional. They're pretty traditional too.
I do have
I mean,
two
they could
modern ones.
straddle. Yeah, and you know, it's again, as long as we don't come in with fucking porn or Depeche Mode or something, you know.
Those are all on my list. That's what I'm leading in with.
Porn?
Or Autopsy or.
Yep, that one too.
The best.
But we are starting at
traditional
2
metal band.
o'clock because Nick and Eric are on the West Coast. Not Nick, Dennis and Eric on the West Coast, and we actually have Lee had to bail out.
You got a dude from the Netherlands though.
I got a guy from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
His name is the way it's
Ann.
spelled is Anne, Annne, but it's basically
Ann.
Yana. It's Yana, almost like Jan, like Jan.
Without
So-
the J.
Yeah, so
Thank-
we had a good half hour long chat the other day. Super cool guy. He's been wanting to do one of these for a while. We've been in contact for at least the better part of a year. He's a real nice dude. So we'll do that. So that'll give us €3, guys. I'm not sure if Marty's going to stay in or not because he was kind of wishy-washy. If he doesn't, I have 1 or 2 other people I think that might want to jump in and we'll address there. But otherwise, I think we should be good to go.
And then we can go to Grindcore Island next, right?
I don't own any ground.
I'm Chuck Grindcore, so yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you guys.
Chuck,
I will say
you can
this.
host the Grindcore stream.
I will say this. We did Prog Metal Island. We did Prog Metal. We did not do Prog Island.
I'm up for
Island?
progressive rock, honestly.
So I'm thinking
Progressive
about
Grindcore
Prog
Island.
Include me in that one.
I'll let
Please.
you in on that one.
Please let me in on
Yeah,
that one.
we'll probably do progressive Rock Island next time. And we're definitely going to do, without question, we are going to do pure pop rock album, or pure pop rock island.
P.O.P. Pop.
P.O.P.
Pop rock.
Make sure what you were saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Rock,
want to be
rock.
part of
Like
that.
AO,
That's a
like
grindcore
AOR
band,
radio,
right?
like
Because we're going to Grindcore Island.
like AOR radio. Yeah, dude. I mean, grindcore is just that.
That's
one
where
I
I think that's where I'll be.
I don't own
The
any
grindcore pop.
Logan, you want to go party on Grindcore Island?
let's go party on Grindcore Island.
Maybe
All right.
maybe we'll do
Speedball Island.
grindcore.
Let's do that.
Maybe we'll do grindcore, and I'll just be like the MC guy. You guys can show me stuff.
All right, you lunatics and your savage fucking knuckle dragging blast beat music. What do you got?
Listen here, you bunch of fucking dirty hippie motherfuckers.
Dude, I was gonna say nice noisy neighbor shirt, by the way.
Yes,
too. That
yes.
fucking album rips.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love it.
All right,
Do you
sounds
really
good.
hype train?
All right,
All right, guys. Hey, good
night.
night. It's good
All
seeing
right.
you all.
good hangs,
Nice
everyone.
meeting you, Josh.
Yep.
Yeah, cheers,
Hail.
guys.
See you.
Awesome.
Later, guys.
Peace.
Good night, Nick.
Night,
Good night.
man.
Good night, John Boy.